Elijah Schaffer is kind of a hard character to explain or even describe. Every time I go to talk about him on the show, I don't even really know where to begin. You know, he started off as a gay YouTube guy. I don't know, like a man. What was he, like a man on the street kind of guy? Something like that, right? He would, he'd do fleckas. He was a man about town. He's a bon vivant, sort of the cock of the walk. And he would do a Flecka's Talks style, spoon with a microphone kind of thing, where he'd go around and there'd be a bunch of people on the political divide and they'd be riled up. And he would, coked out of his mind, go up to them and ask them questions with a lisp. And this catapulted him into the stratosphere of the grift right. Now, that was a pretty easy thing to do back in 2016. And here, 10 years later, we haven't left 2016. Oh, well, thanks. Hey, thanks, politics. Hey, thanks, retard, who's into politics. So the grift worked, unfortunately. The grift worked so hard that somehow he went from lispy YouTube guy to, okay, now this is, again, hard to explain. Somehow he is now a failed YouTube podcaster, however, also one of the most important assets to El Salvador. I can't even begin to explain what that means to you, because I don't even know what it means, but it's apparently true. He was on the Gavin McInnes network, okay? And then he left, and then he came back, I think, and he left again. And that's a lot like, shuffling decks on the Titanic or something. What does a magician do?
Shuffling chairs on the bottom
yeah,
of the
listen,
deck.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's fine. I saw the guy pull a rabbit out of his ass. So the other thing that ended up happening was he fell into the Matrix, okay? Now, you might be familiar with Andrew Tate. He invented the Matrix.
Bottles of water. And
so a water bottle.
Bugattis.
I've got a Bugatti in a water bottle. He invented a thing called the Matrix, and he red-pilled gay guys into becoming a part of it. Obviously, you get a guy like Elijah Schaffer. He goes, ooh, free pills. And he dives in head first. Then we see him mincing about a hotel. He's trying to no-clip through reality. Now we're here. Where is here? Okay. This is where it gets really, really difficult to talk about. This is a character so inane, it's unreasonable. He's a failed YouTube podcast guy, failed grift right figure, and also failed father and husband. But that's not his fault. That's the fault of the FBI, of the Jews, and also of his ex-wife. Not necessarily in that order. In fact, I probably should have ended that one with the Jews. Now, the strangest thing, yes, I know, that was kind of an accurate echo. The strangest thing about the Jews being behind all of Elijah Schaffer's failures, and this is really not emphasized enough, is Elijah Schaffer is Jewish. Okay. Now, how do I know? I've seen him. I've heard his name, Elijah Schaffer. And now he is constantly talking about how Aryan he and his children are. And to prove it, he bleached his hair blonde. Now, I thought this was some sort of psychopomp, spiritually, mentally, physically raped thing that happened when Milo Yiannopoulos exposed him. We, of course, covered this on the show. Instead, what it appears to be is much worse and much, much deeper. We'll explore it because we've been watching Elijah Schaffer. As a matter of fact, we might be the only people who have been watching Elijah Schaffer. And boy, do it stink. He's got a show. Now, he started this thing called Rift TV. which the jokes just write themselves. You obviously instantly know we're throwing a G on the front of that. And he's got a show on there he calls Slightly Offensive, which of course was his YouTube thing where he was a man on the street guy. Then it was his YouTube thing where he was a talk show host with Sydney Watson that got stolen by Alex Stein. Now, this is his third run, his final crack at it. His final attempt, literally, he's on final notice. He got that red letter in the mail saying, if you want to make the grift right, stay on target. If you want to be a part of this, you better make this one take off. This is now his new YouTube studio podcast setup out of a home that is being provided to him by one of his boys. Now, in order to talk the cabal, we're not talking about those. Wait, not these boys. Different. That was a sinister echo and not a sinister echo. So, in order to talk about Elijah Schaffer, and maybe one of the most confusing parts to talk about at all, you have to talk about his gaggle of boys. Elijah Schaffer is at all times surrounded by boys. Characters, these little gremlin creatures, I refer to them as manservants. They are these little guys that do his bidding for him. They're not quite henchmen. They're not quite minion. They're not quite human. They're more homunculi that he has birthed forth from a well used sock under his bed. And he has used these guys to give himself not only this platform, this podcast, this YouTube channel for him to try to make his big comeback after his big non-apology video to his wife about his insane divorce where people were literally accusing him of family annihilation. He's not only using them for that, he is using them for sex. We're going to get into the entire Schaffer universe of Slightly Offensive, okay? Rift TV is its own cinematic universe, and I'm so delighted to finally share it with you. We already have favorite characters on it. We have villains on it, real bad guys that we hate seeing, and we've got a guy that we must protect at all costs. There's one man in this entire thing. He's our friend, okay? We will not tolerate disrespect of a manservant by the name of Georgie. Okay? We love Georgie. You're going to meet the whole cast of characters here in just a second. Let me tell you a little bit about the show, all right? This is here we go. Slightly Offensive over on Rift TV. They've got graphics. They've got a studio. I mean, it's the whole package. It's everything you could possibly ever want out of a show. The problem is it also has Elijah Schaffer, and he's the host, which is the worst possible position you could put him in, because during his divorce, during all of these downfalls he's going through, the Sarah Stock affair, the drug use, all of this, Elijah cannot be contained. And I'm not kidding. This is the very end of it. Here's his little, should we play it? Here we go. Here's a little of his lobbying. When you do a stream, you got to lobby. You got to get people to show up. So here's his lobby, okay? It's got a weird 3D floating head of him. It says, remain calm. No joke, that's a funny, that's the type of graphic I would put on PODAWFUL. Salute to Georgie or whoever put this together for him. It's amazing. However, I think he put remain calm on there as a reminder to Elijah. Every single episode of this show, it's a slog. Don't get me wrong. It's a slog. I mean, you got to sit through some real crud, but there are little nuggets of gold throughout. Every news story Elijah brings in to Slightly Offensive is a secret way for him to tell you about his own crimes. This is Pod Awful.
And, we talked a little bit about the fact that Asians have a fetish for licking men's nipples. Not that I know about that, but I have friends who are into that.
Again, everything he says on the show is a little self-tell, a self-L. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. You are now being reprogrammed. This is Pod Awful. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. Happy to be here, of course. Hi, henchmen.
Hey,
Hello.
Jesse.
Hi,
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse. Thank you for joining me. My manservants, everybody. And by the way, unlike Elijah Schaffer, I never on Twitter admitted out loud that I'm a gay guy for teenage boys. So...
Solid.
That's a feather in your cap.
What I'm saying is I didn't admit it. Okay, so... By the way, Turkatron and chat, we're live over at Pod Awful. What are we? What's the name of the show again? Pod Awful?
Awful.goob, I think.
Like
Podawful.tv. We're live over at podawful.tv. You got the live stream, the chat. We're going to check in with the chat. I see Turkatron in there. She says, I don't like that he couldn't even commit to being all the way offensive. Great comment. Yeah. Yup. We're live. We're live, we're live when we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, over at podawful.tv, podawful.pizza for primo episodes. And let's just jump right into... is there anything else? What did I miss with Elijah? Is there anything I missed in that intro to kind of set this up to get into all of this?
He might have molested a boy when he was a youth pastor.
Okay, this did come out.
One.
It came out in court that he might have ice dancers boyfriended a little fella. He was a youth pastor. But listen, that's the price of admission when it comes to youth pastordom. So you want to be part...
It's the name of the game.
Do you want to go on the river rafting trip with us or not? Okay, Mark? Listen... If you want to listen, this is a free trip that we all brought our inner tubes and allowed you to come here on. So if you don't want Keith to finger your hiney hole, maybe say so up front. Maybe you should drive yourself to the camp. Okay. Anyway, so this is a show. I don't know. I've got a ton of little time codes here, and let's just start with a little bit of the intro though, just to see how this show goes, right? And to get an idea of Elijah himself. Rift TV.
Welcome back to another episode of Slightly Offensive. We got new camera angles and everything.
Red mode.
He sort of is on red mode with me as well. He's in a red mode. When the divorce he's going through and everything, his children were taken from him. I think he's gotten them back now, but this is another absolutely fascinating, infatuating part of his show is not only is everything secretly him telling on himself, also his show is a secret coded message to his young children. Okay, you'll see that coming up.
A solo show here on a Thursday. We are live every Monday through Saturday at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's very hard because all my friends are around this time. We got Myron, of course, Fresh and Fit. Shout out Myron and Fresh. You got Nick.
Okay. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. There's a lot of sausage finger waggling going on at the bottom of the screen. He's not comfortable. He's not in his element. He knows by the way, we are the only people watching this show. At least when this was happening. This is like a month ago now or so. Most of the clips I've got for you here, we've been, gathering these for a long time. We've been letting it percolate, seeing what's going on. We were watching him, was it last night, yesterday, something?
Last night, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we checked in on him again. It's, it's kind of, we're trying to still get to know this. I kept telling everybody, I said, henchmen, gather in. You're going to love this. It's slightly offensive with Elijah Schaffer. We watched it on a recent episode of the show. We went into the pizza fund and we watched it in a pod after show. And I was tired as a dog, sick as a dog. I was not in it. My head wasn't there. And I think I poo-pooed this entire concept for everybody, unfortunately. So let me come back. Let me bring it back and tell you, if it stunk, I'd never come back to it again. I'm telling you, it's gold. It's more golden than his natural Aryan locks going on here. All right. We've been sitting there digging through it, and every once in a while you get the most insane thing you've ever heard. We've learned so much about this guy, and yet we know nothing at all because he's still just as mysterious a character as he was before. He came back on here. He's got his manservants working for him. We'll meet Georgie in just a second. He was dressed as Hitler. He had a Hitler mustache, so pretty good intro to a show. Like, that's a nice way to start things off. Very Mel Brooks, you know, the producer sort of thing. And this thing he does, he just mentioned Fresh and Fit, and now he's starting to mention Nick Fuentes. Let me hear that one more time.
This time we got Myron, of course, Fresh and Fit. Shout out Myron and Fresh. You got Nick Fuentes going on. You got Sneeko.
Now, what does that mean? This is something he does over and over again because there's nobody watching. He's on Rumble. He's on YouTube. There's 23 people watching. All of those people are in our Discord in a voice chat. What are you going to say?
I was just saying, is he talking about the time slot? Is that what is he like, oh, I'm competing with all these bros?
I think he's just trying to make people remember that, like, hey, I kind of know these people, so I'm kind of up. I'm hip and happening. By the way,
the gang.
Those guys are not hip and happening. Okay, Fresh and Fit. Are you kidding? First of all, they're brown.
I got excited. Very excited to see all of this.
Sneeko is getting body slammed in New York. Sneeko's done. I think the generational run is over, Nick. Sorry. He's just saying names. You will catch him doing this little move where he will say the name of a person or an organization or something, and the implication is he is part of that. He's them. Same guy. Me, him, same. And then you, as the dummy viewer watching this, going, yeah, I'm fine with the guy who potentially, molests teenage boys and then brags about it on Twitter. You are supposed to sit there and go, oh, you know Sneeko? And then you go, maybe Sneeko's going to be on the show. And
maybe he's going to molest him.
Yeah. And by the way, that would be pretty cool. That would be a pretty good episode. I would tune into the slightly offensive episode where Sneeko is all the way molested. Don't worry, Turkatron. There's no half measures when it comes to that. So I think you're going to sit there and you're going to go, oh, maybe Sneeko comes on. Maybe he'll finally get, he's been teasing. Oh, Nick Fuentes is going to be coming on here any month now. When you're doing it in those time scales, by the way, it's never going to happen. Any month now, Nick Fuentes is going to be on. And instead, what you end up getting is a guy named BLEAU.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. Huh? And also what? But yeah, he's got a guy named BLEAU. You'll meet him. We like BLEAU. BLEAU's like a funny, fun, wild card character. You love to hate him sort of character. We've also got characters we hate on the show. He's got instead of seeing Sneeko, you get to see a character called an Australian guy he knows. Yep. Now, I have a character like that on my show, and nobody watches my show. Okay? There's a guy named Scott, I think. He's an Australian guy.
Well, he appeared when you called his name.
Every single podcast has an Australian guy they know for it. Okay. And it's the worst character on the show every single time. We hate the Australian guy. We hate him so much, I haven't bothered to learn his name yet. And then you've got beautiful, precious Georgie. Let's take a look.
And the problem is I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to compete with my friends, but they just go live at random times. And so sometimes they're after us, sometimes they're deering us. But the important part is I'm joined today in the studio by none other than our resident producer, the first producer, who hasn't been vehemently hated by everybody yet.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. We love him.
However, I encourage you, send the hate comments, just brutalize him. No. Go ahead. Georgie, welcome back to the show.
Hey, everybody. It's Georgie. Good to be back. This confetti never fucking works. There's my tag. Okay. It's going to be a good show.
Okay. Guys, start freaking out in chat for Georgie. I mean, this is, you guys are supposed to be losing it right now. Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Georgie, 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 we love Georgie. Sydney Watson out here collecting gay lol cows. Someone said, so he had some things, by the way. Elijah was dropping some secrets on Sydney Watson on this show as well. Okay, has anybody else noticed that on every show, every podcast, every guy, to the point where I think they're now like purposefully attempting to manufacture this? Every podcast has their Jamie, their young Jamie, their Jamie pull that up, and or something like that at the very least. A guy who's mostly off camera. He comes in every once in a while with a little something. He's got nothing to say.
He's the booth fella.
It doesn't have to be a booth guy. Sometimes it's an intern. Sometimes it's just some guy they've got that they know that just wanders in. Sometimes it's a third mic, but it's a guy. They've just got some guy, and he becomes the show mascot, where everyone hates the host. They learn over the years to hate the host. The host becomes the enemy of the chat, enemy of the audience, and everyone starts loving the mascot guy. And it's like this detached, semi-ironic love of the... Do we all know what I'm talking about here? Have we seen this time and time again? Yeah. Perfect example, Dick Masterson had a guy called Sean on the show. Right. Sean! Remember Sean? Sean. So Sean is just some idiot childhood friend of Dick's that was like, oh, he's the master audio guy. He just knew how to fucking plug in a microphone or something. This dude, his whole head would twitch. He was so twitchy and he was spastic, this guy. And Dick decided to put him on camera as a joke, obviously, to make himself look better. This is often what happens, by the way. Basically, the host will use these little guys as astute fish. You know what astute fish is? Astute fish.
I don't know what that is.
That's when a big... Okay. So that's when like a mid lady, she's not ugly, but she's not pretty. She puts on a nice dress and then brings out her fat friend. And you see the fat friend next to her. She's looking pretty good by comparison. The fat friend is the astute fish. Okay? That's this type of archetype on podcasts. Host will bring on, Dick Masterson brings on Sean as a astute fish. He goes, well, at least my whole head's not vibrating. I know I've got the world's largest cassava melon, Sasquatch, Harry and the Hendersons, bizarre, like almost vertical hairline somehow going on. It's impossible to look at me without starting to think about ripe cherry tomatoes. I know I'm nothing to look at, but at the very least, I don't have straight up Tourette syndrome. And what ends up happening every time is the audience goes, we like that. Actually, that. We're into that.
It goes back to the retarded guy that Mersh drove around for Stern.
Oh yeah, what was that guy's name? Something. They all have a silly gay little name too. They have these are manservants. Really, they are manservants. That is the name for them. But in this case, these are stute fish. And the audience, weirdly, though, becomes, because it's guys, they become attracted to the stute fish instead. It backfires on them. Georgie is our stute fish. We're just memeing this into reality. Okay? He's nothing. There ain't nothing going on here. He has the Nick Fuentes. He's just a Nick Fuentes alike. There's a million Nick-alikes. My Nicka. And he's got the mustache. He's wearing the glasses. Whatever. Fine. He's the Jamie pull that up. But we love him. I can't help myself. I must. He's in the position to be that guy. And to be honest, I think he is kind of cool. There's something about Georgie that just strikes me as a cool guy.
I'm excited about it.
So I'm feeling pretty.
See, and every time it goes back to Elijah, I'm like, no! Ah! My comfort character. Bring me back my comfort character. CUMFART. And I'll tell you how I know Georgie is cool. He followed me on Twitter. Okay.
It's a cool dude.
Then in my replies, he commented something, somebody commented something, he commented, and people started making fun of Elijah Schaffer in my replies. And so he very swiftly, within 30 minutes, unfollowed me on Twitter.
Shout out.
But then I replied, I will not tolerate Georgie disrespect on my timeline, and he followed me back again.
Let's fucking
I
go.
got excited, very excited to see all of this.
So let's saddle up and ride. Georgie, friend of the show, okay? Georgie is welcome on Pod Awful at any time. You have a home here. We like Georgie. We like his politics. We like his religion. We like his mustache. Anything he needs us to like, we like. We are team fucking Georgie. Fez monkey type name. Somebody says it. That's, I don't know what you're referring to, but yup. You are
I think
right.
they're referring to the concept of a monkey wearing a fez hat.
I know, I get that. But what? Whose name is Georgie? Is that? Listen, you're right.
Georgie is like
name.
You're 100% right. These are organ grinder monkey guys. Okay. We're fully aware of that. Somebody says a stank fish. Someone says Sam Roberts. I don't know who that is. Jamie, pull my pants down. They say in chat. Okay. So let's go to clip number 1
You're taking
here.
some drastic.
From the Goon Opticon. I just have this labeled as height and hair color. Height and hair color. So, again, Elijah's made a lot of changes in his life. Number 1, he moved from Florida to Texas to live with his fez monkeys. Number 2, he is he's looking different. He's looking really gross and like fat.
Wide.
Yeah, wide and
Coke bloated,
pudgy,
yeah.
disgusting, bloated. Yeah, bloated, I would say, like some sort of washed up corpse somewhere. And
Laura Palmer-esque.
it's
drug filled.
It's a really crazy thing too, because he posts selfies and videos and stuff on Twitter all the time of him being an alpha red pill Chad man. And it's so obvious these pictures are filtered. But if you needed proof, all you have to do is tune in to Slightly Offensive. The same day he'll post one of these pictures, you'll see him in real life and you'll go, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a fright, you know? It's like walking into a haunted house. And so he's changed his hair. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Measures here.
Bro, you are 6 feet tall. You're Aryan.
We're taller than that, nigga.
Okay, so Georgie, and again, this is why we like Georgie. Georgie is accidentally revealing a little bit of the business here.
You're an Aryan Chad.
We're much taller than
and you're
that.
6 feet tall.
We're much taller than that. Now, this is something you need to zero in on instantly. If you want to love watching Elijah Schaffer, we've completely replaced Nightwave Radio with this, by the way. This is our guy now. If you want to have a good time watching this, You need to see this right here and know what's happening. I saw Elijah post a picture of his new studio being built. And, you know, I'm interested in these things. I like to see, how do they work? What do they use? What's their gear? What's going on? And of course, I'm also fascinated in, where is he getting the money for this? Where is it coming from? Follow the money. And it leads back every time. Look it up. Early life check much? Look it up. Where does it go back? Every time. Follow the money. El Salvador. So, I noticed that in his studio, he's got a very, very large television monitor mounted really high up on the wall. And I'm like, that's weird. Because it's over on Georgie's side, like the tech side of things. It's above Georgie's head if you pay attention. And I realized while watching the show, oh, they're using that as the studio monitor. If you know anything about TV production, you know, especially on like a live show or like a talk show or whatever, they've got these little monitors they can see themselves in. The host of the show can see himself and what he looks like on the show. He's watching the show, basically, back to himself. But as a seasoned, trained professional, you're not going to see David Letterman sitting there and, when he's adjusting his tie, he's doing it for comedic effect. He's not actually sitting there worried about the way he looks constantly. Not Elijah Schaffer. Elijah Schaffer spends all day putting woman filters on his face. So now he's got a 75-inch television mounted up on the wall in front of him, showing all of his flaws back to him. It's like
sweat pour.
It's like a Victorian haunted painting. This is an old woman and her skin is crackling into porcelain and chipping off. He is staring at himself right now. Every time you see anyone in the studio looking up like this, Elijah's not even the worst one when it comes to that. They are attempting to make sure that they look like a Chad. So when Georgie says this,
you'll see looks maxing to ascension. We are taking some drastic measures here.
Bro, you are 6.
You see him check after he says looks maxing, we're taking drastic measures, and he does the Trump, and he's looking up to see, does he have the Rizzler's jaw line? Is that what's going on right now?
Feet tall. You're Aryan.
We're taller than that, nigga.
He just checked the monitor to see if he's 6 feet tall. He's like, oh shit, I don't look 6 feet, do I?
Aryan Chad.
We're much taller than
and you're
that.
6 feet tall.
This is literally putting a complex in Elijah's head.
And yeah, I don't know if you can even say you're a chud. That is crazy.
Do people not realize I'm
if you're
actually
a
naturally
chud,
very blonde? That it's
you're a
not a fake
chud,
thing?
What am I?
Okay, so the TV, you can barely see it. If you look right in this corner, right above the slightly offensive, that little black line, that's the TV we're talking about. He's looking above his co-host's head at himself this whole time. Now, he says a fascinating thing here. He says, do people realize I'm actually naturally very blonde? Now, I'm like, okay, I've seen him before. He's got kind of sandy brown hair. Sure, some people might call that blonde. It's brown, but sure. No. He's about to take this to a level that you didn't think possible. I've heard a lot of theories on this hair bleaching, but he'll tell you straight off.
That is crazy.
Do people not realize I'm
if you're
actually
a
naturally
chud,
very blonde? That it's
you're
not
a
a fake
chud,
thing?
What am I?
Well, like I have to dye my eyebrows and everything. Like my eyebrows right now are dyed so you can see them. I have naturally clear hair.
What?
Okay.
What?
Clear? Get this.
Clear.
Get this. Elijah is claiming that this is his natural hair color. He is
jellyfish.
After we've seen him for years, after we know for a fact he bleached his hair, we watched him do it, basically. We might as well have been standing behind him as he bent over the shower with product, putting in his toner to make sure that it doesn't get too brassy. We know what's going on. He's now claiming this is his natural color, and he's dyeing his eyebrows and facial hair darker. Which, by the way, why wouldn't you just let those be light to match the hair then?
And in fact, you don't really have to do much to get my hair clear because it's naturally pretty clear and light. I actually have to dye my hair. People don't know that I actually dye my hair darker, because it looks like I have gray
doing
hair.
The Trump lip movements.
Yes, and we've talked about
Yeah.
that. Did I say this on the recent one with where we mentioned Elijah? Like, these guys are all doing a 10% Trump impression now. They don't know it. They can't help it. It's become, that's like the code word, basically. British gay guys in the early 1900s were talking Pokari or whatever to each other, toe tapping under the stalls to see if anybody wanted to get buggered. And for conservative dudes in 2026, you need to be doing the Trump lips and bottom jaw. You have to do this every once in a while. You go, right. That there is a reason there are so many closeted conservative guys. It's kind of the same thing at this point. When you're coming up with these hobo codes to get to know each other so that you know who's cool and who's not in your little situation and this thing we share when we're both riding on the opposite ends of the bus, you know something's up. Okay, so yeah, he's doing some kissy face here as well. I mean, bring up any photo of Elijah Schaffer from any time ever, and he doesn't have clear hair. Thank you, Coltrane, for being a member or whatever the fuck that is.
Because I have so much blonde hair, and so that's like that's why I was always blonde. 'Cause I was tired of dyeing my hair brown and dyeing my beard, and
that's why he was always blonde. I'm being gaslit. Don't believe the evidence that your eyes can see. You were not always blonde. This is new. This is brand new.
Dyeing my eyebrows. So I'm like,
if
I'm
I'm
just
a child, I've been bleaching it.
Yeah.
Blonde, and I just like do a little stripping there.
That too.
Then fuck it, we'll just be blonde because it's easy. It's easier for me to maintain blonde hair than it is for me to maintain darker hair.
Yeah.
And so
then do nothing. Why'd you have to bleach it then?
I'll just keep it. And if I go out in the sun and I put,
you know, by the way, now Lenny was saying this to me yesterday. He said, apparently, this is the scuttlebutt. This is apparently, I don't know, some people are confirming this, that apparently what happened was he had a drug test coming up and he bleached his hair to try to beat the hair test. Which does that work? I don't know if that works, but
So there's no like particles in his hair.
Yeah, I guess it strips it out or something. But what they ended up doing was taking the test from his leg anyway, and he lost. It didn't work. So, boop doo doo doo. Yeah, it was no good. Which I don't even know. Like Lenny was like, so they took a leg test. I'm like, they took it. What they take? When they take a hair, I know what's going on. Whatever's going on with a leg test. I'm not quite. Is that when the doctor uses the little hammer? I've never had that happen. Is that what that is?
They take a scraping.
Is he trying to
find a cheese grater?
Is he trying to find out if I'm drunk when he taps that thing? Is that what that is? Anyway, they took a leg test on him. By the way, that might all of it's true. When this guy's telling you that he is blonde naturally, then every other reason you come up with is true. But I can tell you what really happened. All right. Gather around because this is important. Here's how the bleach job really went down. Forget, he's naturally blonde. Forget he's got a drug test coming up. Forget Milo Yiannopoulos psychically sissy hypnotified him. I always say that backwards. Hypno-sissified him. Forget all of that. This dude was sitting there in his little podcast studio one day, looking at his big monitor in front of him, obsessing over his looks, and he saw his first gray hair. I guarantee you this old queen couldn't stand that. It was instant. He probably shot up out of his chair and ran to CVS for whatever products they had at that point. His first thought was just for men, obviously. And then he realized that that's not true of himself. He took one look at the name of the product and went, this won't work, and chucked it behind him. And he grabbed every little bleach, and he's got hydrogen peroxide. He's got the whole kit. He's got manic panic. Okay? He's going home. He's putting glitter in his hair. He's got the stuff that's like a spray paint for your hair where you turn yourself into an old man. He's like, fuck, that's the wrong thing entirely. He's trying anything and everything. He's got roller derby girl hair colors he's trying to put in there. Anything. This is what he settled on, to just make the problem go away.
A lemon in my hair like most whites do, or sit in the sun, and you just hang out there. Your hair gets really, really, really blonde. People just aren't used to it because my ex-wife didn't like.
Hey, listen, me, you, all whites. We put our lemon in our hair. We go outside. You don't have to do that if you're actually blonde. By the way, like my kids are blonde, like blonde, like clear hair, blonde. And I'll tell you, I've never once treated them the way a black person treats their chicken before they cook it. We haven't taken a single trip to the citrus station before going outside.
Make me blonde, so she made me, color my hair, my eyebrows, and all that weird shit.
I gotta dye my mustache.
Why is this all of a sudden? Is that you guys seeing that? It's like slowing down.
That's just him. Is that just his stream?
It maybe. It wasn't doing it before.
Me blonde, so she made me, color my
Is
hair.
that just in the stream?
No, that's in the stream. Yeah.
Is that in my stream or his stream?
His stream. He just dropped frames.
My eyebrows, all that weird
I
shit.
gotta dye my mustache because it's blonde.
Oh. I see what's happening here. Hang on a second. Are we already there? Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. I thought this came later. My time code is a little late on this. Hang on a second. Let me roll this back. I know exactly why the frames are dropping.
Color my hair, my eyebrows, and all that weird shit.
I gotta dye my mustache because it's blonde.
You hear that?
I hear that phone.
You hear that phone going off?
Who is that?
Now it matches my.
Who is that? He says, who is that? Great question, Elijah. Who is it?
hair.
I'm getting a call from Iraq.
Should I just go full blonde, you think?
Did you dye your beard already?
So he says he's getting a call from Iraq. No, Elijah. That ain't Iraq calling. That's pod awful. We're in your phone lines. We're knocking at the door. We're here. Not only are we the only ones watching, we're the only ones calling, too. We'll be right back after this.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Okay, so speaking of calling in, you can call in over on our Discord, podawful.com/cult, to get access to our Discord. You join the call-in channel. We'll drag you in. If you have anything to add, Elijah is a mysterious figure to us. You might have stuff we've missed. We've just been going over this show, and there might be
slightly offensive super fans want to hop in, and
there's people out there who are way more plugged into this sort of sphere than I am that might have some more details that we're going to miss, some of the storyline surrounding Elijah. Feel free to jump in, and we will take your calls. Call in podawful.com/cult. Okay, so last we left, they're getting mysterious phone calls. Let's jump to our next time.
So I was going to say, it could be worse.
At least we're not that guy.
It could be worse.
Yeah. Way worse.
Being a little bit ugly isn't bad. I've been a little bit ugly my entire life. Being really ugly is
Just
big...
Mute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's somebody from the chat got my phone off the internet and they're calling it. They do this every show. Honestly, I'm blocking this fucking number, and I'm gonna come to your house, and I'm gonna be the guy that everyone says that I am in the court doc.
Okay. Now, I don't know that this, I don't think it was messed up in the stream like this. I think this might be YouTube fucking up here for a second. Hang on. Let me just refresh real quick. Spoiler alert. He didn't block the number. Okay. He didn't show up to any houses. He didn't block the number. Instead, he kept getting gang stalked. Let's go back to that time code here. I don't know if this is just some sort of... Are we experiencing interruptions? Let's find out. Okay,
No,
and now
apparently
it's
there was
muted.
news early that there was a bug that was causing YouTube to like use like 5 gigabytes of RAM or something.
Oh, perfect. Great. Well, what do you even do for something like that?
I think it's somebody from the chat got my phone off the internet and they're calling it. They do this every show. Honestly, I'm blocking this fucking number, and I'm gonna come to your house.
See, here's what I thought. I thought that us calling in was like taking up their internet. You know, they might be running, they might be running off of a hotspot for this kind of show. You never know. The whole show might ride on Elijah's cell phone. So this is true. He's right. It was someone from chat. It was me. It was the henchman. We're watching. We're calling. How did we get the number? I cannot disclose that. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. But it's funny. I'll tell you this. The answer will shock you. It was very funny.
And I'm going to be the guy that everyone says that I am in the court documents. I'm going to become that guy at your front door.
A pedophile? What does that mean?
Gonna molest a kid right in front of your Ring doorbell.
He is threatening to come to my house and molest my children. This is psychotic.
Knock, bitch.
We did. Ooh, boy, that's a little Freddy Krueger like. So, I don't even, that was so scary what he just said that it threw me off entirely. I forgot what I was about to say. We had no plans or anything. Nothing even I mean, he hasn't even picked up the call yet. We haven't spoken to anybody. Nothing has happened but a simple ring. And he is already losing it this hard. Imagine how the rest of this goes.
Court documents. I'm going to become that guy at your front door. Knock, knock, bitch. I'm here.
Become?
Not the only stab wound that's happening tonight, you little bitch.
In Fortnite.
Okay, so this is another thing. This man, every episode is suddenly covered in wounds. He's got brand new wounds going on. He's got he keeps making mention of the stab wound on his hand. I have no idea what happened there. Again, I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. This was not happening before. We're going to lower the quality here a little bit, see if that helps.
Yeah, I didn't say who it was happening to. It's happening to me. I'm Canadian, remember?
Yeah.
No, everyone needs to just relax.
Everyone needs to chill out. Relax.
Who is again, remain calm, remain calm, remain calm. Who needs to chill out? This is a bizarre thing that he does too, is he makes a joke and it goes way over the line. I mean, he's missing the line by a mile and instantly realizes, oh, wait, I'm in the worst court case of my life, attempting to get access to my children. My wife is about to take everything from me. This is bad. The public perception is bad. He tries to reel it in, and every time they try to blame some third party, like you can tell Georgie, our guy, is abused. It's not going well for him right now. Like, Georgie has to walk on eggshells. He has to be so careful about everything going on. So remember when Scarlett Hampton was bleeding out of her foot and she said, "It's not you, Ethan, it's chat." The chat made her foot bleed. That's Georgie right now, okay? Georgie's like, yeah, but somebody needs to reel it in. Somebody needs to calm down. It's everyone else out there.
Relax.
Martimax says Randy Fine is a shape.
Okay, so now let's go to
status.
If you're like, how come you can do this? So this is the goon section, Verify. This is the goon hour. I have a couple goon videos here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to fucking work, shall we? We've got a little bit of gooning for you. Now, one of the things that Elijah loves to do on the show is he loves telling you about his sexual perversions. We're gooning. As you can see here, they bring in videos. It's Elijah, by the way, picking all these videos. So like Elijah, Georgie, some of the other manservants, they all seem to sort of chip in with the content, what's going to be talked about. It's always Elijah bringing in where the video is just a pretty Asian girl dancing, you know?
But this is the goon section. This is the dance that they were doing at the table. It's not stripping. It wasn't provocative. It wasn't adult. And this dance, only Asians can do it. And
that's not true. I haven't seen the dance yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say with 100% certainty that there's no such dance that only Asians can do.
Special bones in their feet.
Well, if you told me they had a special bone in their eye, then maybe, but
just... I shouldn't even be watching this. This is worse than porn to the guy like me.
But I should be.
Check this out.
To a guy like me?
So it's just the video that Urquit was watching right before the stream began tonight. Over and over again on loop. It's actually his wallpaper on his phone. Okay.
Where does he hover his cursor on that video?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, actually, right here, it's actually right there. Okay, so I don't know if there's more to it than that. He just wants you to see what he's jacking off to. This is, I can't stress this enough. This is like every other segment is just something that Elijah jacks off to. And then,
Jesse?
Yeah.
My internet man said that you shouldn't tell people what you're jerking off to.
No, in fact, you shouldn't even be a sex guy at all, period. You listen, Elijah was married, has kids. You're done being sexual at that point, okay? It's over. You did it. You achieved the goal. You made the children. Now your work there's through, and now it's time to start tinkering in your garage for the rest of your years. You need to become unhealthily obsessed with a pet project inside your garage. You don't need to be thinking about a woman's unnaturals or anything that's going on. Any sort of illustration, none of that. A woman's got nothing to offer you anymore. Okay? That's true. These tricks shouldn't even work on you at that point. Once you've got a lady, once you've got children, you should be tired and beaten. You know, the production of a man, if you know what I'm saying, okay, the man about his business, that's just a fact of life that you have to grunt and get rid of and then move on. That should be the quickest part of your day. And it shouldn't be every day. You should be letting the pipe get backed up quite a bit, as a matter of fact. It should become a problem for your shower and not for your bedroom. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
It shouldn't be night emissions. It should be hourly emissions.
I don't know about any of that, but not really sure about what you're saying there, if I'm 100% honest with you. But okay, so every other segment is just Elijah being like, yeah, I'm gooning to this, I'm gooning to that, and ooh, this girl, even if it's not about that, by the way, he makes it about that. All the other guys on the show, remember, the LARP now is to be like a Christian, and so they're not into this at all. Georgie's not into this, okay? The other guys you'll meet in a bit, they're not into this stuff. And so every time he starts doing this, they're just having to uncomfortably sit there and watch as Elijah's riching around in his seat, you know, trying to find a new dry spot to sit on.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with the playback here, by the way. This is getting a little too hinky for me.
It was like that when he was live. Especially whenever he plays a video. Absolutely, I remember.
I don't remember it looking like this at all.
I'm sorry. I love that.
How about a
And look at Georgie. Again, our guy, Georgie. We love Georgie, guys. G's in chat for Georgie. Can we get a G tower going in chat for Georgie? Georgie is so uncomfortable with this. Look at the delight on the sex man's face here as he forces his manservant to know. That's what it's about. It's about the knowledge. It's about gnosis. Okay? He wants everyone around him to know what he is plugging to.
SOB members only locals trip to wherever that was.
That's Japan.
You down? SOBs, what do you think? In chat, please.
Okay, so he's trying to make it about chat. He's trying to move on. Let's do a quick phone check, shall we?
Hello
phone
to
check.
all the SOBs out there. I have missed you.
Oh, no. Ah! Hey, everybody's doing G's in chat right now. Shout out to the Georgie heads out there. Make some noise. Now, while you guys are loving Georgie, we're hating the Australian guy. Here he is. They didn't have the shot set up for him, so he's just forever stuck in this medium shot here along with Elijah, which is coming to bite Elijah in the ass throughout this episode. The whole time, Elijah's sitting there gooning to Asian girls. We're calling, okay? I'm calling over and over and over. We're leaving voicemails. We're calling Georgie. We're sending text messages. It's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad. So we're going to do a quick phone check. But the problem is Elijah wants to be off camera for the phone check. But in order for the Australian guy to speak, Elijah must be on camera. They didn't set it up properly.
And thank you so much for sticking with Elijah. And thank you so much for allowing George to show you that he is certainly worthy of the role. And he's doing.
And now he quickly switches over to George instead. But you see Elijah having to check in on the phone call. I'm telling you, this is not the way the episode looked. I'm telling you, there's something weird going on with YouTube right now. At least for me. Is the stream weird looking for you guys of me? Is it like a YouTube wide sort of thing? Because this is going to not stop bugging me, and I'm pissed if this is something going on right now with YouTube. Because I would have rather have done the show a different day if that was the case. This is like untenable. I
promise you, it was that bad when we first watched it.
I go watch this video right now and tell me that the same time stamp there, it's just as bad as that. I don't believe that. 2 hours, 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Tell me it's messed up like that. Just in the video.
SOBs out there, I have missed you all, and thank you so much for sticking with Elijah, and thank you so much for allowing George to
Maybe it is. I don't remember it looking like this when I was making the timestamps.
Show you that he is certainly worthy of the role.
And are you going insane, Jesse? It's not noticeable. Fuck you. Don't you ever say that to me. I'm trying to give you the greatest experience possible with a brand new show you've never seen before. I want it to be the highest quality you can possibly get. And you have the nerve to say something like that to me. I'm doing you a favor here, okay? It's not noticeable.
We're going to have to fix it ourselves.
Hey, dingus. Here's a thought. If it's not noticeable, then why am I noticing it?
He's doing everything asked of him.
Okay. Look at this. This is crazy. He goes, okay, so we got the wide shot of Elijah checking the phone. Here's me calling.
He's certainly worthy of the role.
They go to Georgie.
And he's doing everything asked of him. And
it cuts back.
Better because
now you see him in a medium and a close checking it. Now he's like, fuck. Georgie's sitting there, fuck. Now, so they go to the wide, but Elijah's still in the wide.
He's better than the beginning every day of the week.
Yeah, hear this real fast. You remember Botcha?
And they cut to him when he was at like a weird angle. He was like grasping his phone like an ape, like it had just been handed to him.
It is so crazy how easy it was to completely take over this stream. We took over the chat room. We took over the show. We're calling in, even though there's no call in officially. We're doing the whole thing. There's no resistance whatsoever. You know, Elijah Schaffer, this is a big guy. How many followers do you have on Twitter? 100,000 something followers or something, more than that probably. I don't know. This is, you know, this guy, he's got our national interest in El Salvador going on. And we're just like, nah, this is actually our podcast now. Hello? Ring, ring. Boost Mobile calling. There was nobody in chat. Nobody. Pod Awful. Smallest show ever. Nobody's watching. I had a guy today. He's like, oh, I'm sure Elijah is going to really care about all of your guys or what. He should care. We're the only ones watching. We are the Elijah Schaffer audience. There are more views on Pod Awful than on Slightly Offensive. Remember, his channel with Sydney Watson, which was also called Slightly Offensive, that had, I don't know, 300,000 subscribers on it or something like that. 350,000 subs on it. I mean, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
On News Nation. Remember the one that was like, Jews started this and Jews started that. We wouldn't have
Jews were at the forefront of every civil rights case in America.
The whole reason, dude, by the way, I remember News Nation was like, because News Nation was becoming a little bit like moderate, and they were like, to fight.
Okay, so he checks the phone. We do a quick little phone check.
The Jews, but the Jews were everywhere.
That's something he says a lot. Now the phone doesn't stop though. The phone keeps going. He can't seem to figure out how to make his phone stop ringing. You saw the trouble he was having in every angle there.
The reason why you got blacks in your restaurants and segregation's gone is because Jews did that. She literally, this is what she says. She says this unapologetically on this conference. She goes, the whole...
Just muted, bro.
I do have it muted. I don't know how it keeps
notification silent.
You don't know how? What, you never heard tell of a phone before? And it's, you know, telephony?
I did. Oh, it's the computer here. It's just like scammers that just keep calling my phone. I'm
calling. Pod Awful's calling. I got some Indian scammers I'd like you to meet.
I'm blocking all these.
Have you heard of Christopher Jonathan?
Numbers, by the way. I do at the end of the show.
The Indian call centers are relocated from New Delhi to Frisco. So, yes.
Anybody check, by the way, the original version of this video and see if it looks like this in it? Because it don't. I'm more and more convinced it just keeps happening. I don't remember ever seeing any of this happening before.
It did for me, but I also have shit internet, so I'm not a good arbiter.
Driving me insane right now.
They have your number.
No, but she goes, and you know, even gays, the gays wouldn't be flooding your street.
So they do this cope about it's Indian scammers calling. He says he's going to block all the numbers at the end of the show. How about you just turn your phone off right now? Why do you need your phone on during the show? And of course, the reason is, you know, he's got an impending gigantic court case ahead of him here. He needs to know if, like, you know, there's moving pieces going on. At some point after this episode, a guy came up to Elijah and they're in there. I think they got trapped in an elevator together, which sounds like the start of a Pod Awful joke, but this is real. And he asked Elijah, he's like, didn't you say that, you know, women are all shit and terrible and you hate them and they're scum and you can't trust them, but you have an entirely female legal team? And he's filming Elijah from behind in the elevator. Again, this is an elevator question. And Elijah, you see him just from the side kind of do a little smirk. And his whole cheek goes into his neck. He becomes this one big lump. And you know he saw this video and it was absolutely devastating for him. It was being spread around all over Twitter. The next day, his all-female legal team dumps him. That's it. The guy actually got his legal team to dump him. So he can't stop checking the phone. He's got to see it. Right around here, he sees some interesting text messages coming in.
Is coming back. And it's coming back strong.
So he says, cut away the camera.
because it lives in the hearts of the young men in this country. And I've listened to many of them, and they aren't going anywhere, and they will not accept anything.
So now I guess they're
America,
trying to fix the camera so that it's actually just on the Australian guy who we hate. He's so boring. Every time this Australian guy talks, it's the most boring thing of all time.
For Americans.
He does it, his whole, this is a show where a guy is saying some, Elijah just noticed something. This is a show where, Elijah says some wild stuff. He's trying to be funny. This is supposed to be a light, fun type of show, except for when he weirdly starts saying horrific messages to his children. And they're in the middle of the goon talk. They're in the middle of gooning the girls. They're in the middle of laughing at a libtard or whatever. And then you cut to the Australian guy, and Australian guy starts going, right, but the real tragedy that's happening here is cut to 12 minutes later, you're asleep. You wake up, he's still droning on. Elijah and Georgie are now asleep. And he doesn't know, he just keeps going. He doesn't realize that nobody's listening, nobody cares. His entire job on the show is just moralizing. And they have to let him do it. This is a theory. I'm not 100% on this. I believe he's the money man. I think he set Elijah up with this apartment that they're doing this in, and they're living out of. These guys are all roommates with one another, by the way. Grown man, children, wife, now roommates with Georgie. And we think this dude is the producer of Rift TV. And so that's why they have to listen to him. All right, now Elijah's checking his phone. He's getting some text messages.
And maybe the boomers in the establishment class may prefer something different, but these young men will not be deterred. They are steeled in their
very distracted here,
and they will overcome any challenges before them. It is their duty to uphold their birthright, which their ancestors built for them, and they will inherit it.
He really sticks out that bottom lip when he's upset.
And then he remembers he's on camera because the Australian's on camera. So now he's looking up at the monitor and trying to check to make sure he didn't look stupid just then, because he knows he just craned his neck in such a way that it made him fat again.
Those people quickly find themselves removed as well.
He literally just did the Rizzler chin check thing. Did you see that?
And if people don't want to go along with that, well, those people quickly find themselves removed as well. So yes, I do believe in the future of America, and I do believe in a resurgent America.
Okay, so I know what came through just then. I know why he's checking it. Now he's receiving text messages, which are probably popping up full in the notifications on his phone, of AI images of his wife, who now with a black man. Okay, so we were AIing his now ex-wife to be with Tyrone. She's having a great time. He's treating her really well, by the way. No black eyes, although black guys, black eyes, black eyes. So, something to think about. Yeah, so he is now seeing that on his phone and getting extremely upset. He's actually rethinking life. He's got the caveman jaw going on here.
And it needs to happen because there is no alternative.
We have nothing to lose anymore. That's why we're so on board with the America First, and we're willing to say these things where our ancestors to make.
We've got nothing to lose. We're simping. We're being open about we're simping.
Yeah.
Sure, again, a quintessential part of our culture and our country's identity.
Okay, he can't stop checking. See, look, he's looking at himself. He can't decide what to do. He knows he's on camera. He doesn't want to be on camera. More text messages are coming in. More and more stuff. It's probably getting worse than what I just described. It's just what I remember we sent him.
We want that so much that we're willing to die for it. And I don't think anyone else can say the same.
It's crazy. I think someone doxed my phone number online again, because I've had about 63 calls so far.
Wasn't listening to anything they said.
Not a word. And by the way, funny? That's going to be a running theme throughout these episodes, is he's not listening to a word, anything anyone else is saying. Go ahead, Urquit. What's funny?
Oh, just the fact, like you said, he just brushes them off.
Yeah.
He's not even listening.
Yeah, he has no. I mean, by the way, he's right to not listen when the Australian guy is talking. He's 100% right. Don't bother. So he says 63 phone calls have come in while they're live at this point. I think what's really got him concerned, though, is I think he thinks those pictures are real. These were very well done. Okay, these are primo quality gaslighting photography of his actual ex-wife and a big, strong black man. Now, by the way, originally when I had the AI do this, it turned Elijah into a black guy. So it was a picture of him and his wife, obviously, and it just turned him into a black version of Elijah. So then we started sending Elijah black versions of himself as well to get confused. Now he doesn't know what's going on.
63.
Is this a mirror? Is that me?
People just dox my number all the time, and I just don't. And I just turn my phone off for a while, then they just stop.
Turn it off right now.
And sometimes I answer, I go nigger.
Whoa! That's the proof, by the way, that the pictures were getting to him. If you needed any proof, there it is.
I get fucking cut, bitch. And I hang up.
It's actually my phone. So what are they doing harassing me? Yeah, I gave Elijah the phone to use for the show. So as a matter of fact, all of you guys are calling me. Please don't do that because I need my phone open at all times. If you wish to touch base with us, by all means.
Even this insane cope lie to try to save Elijah is too boring. I'm like, if that's true, I don't even want to call it anymore. I don't care now. Thank you for sucking all the fun out of this Australian guy. Now, I don't know where to go with it. Obviously that sounds like one of those dumb, the consequences will never be the same. I don't understand how the internet works type lies to try to get your way. I kind of believe him, though. I think it is his phone. I think he did give Elijah a phone, and that's why that's the phone number that I got. And that's why they're so panicked by this, by the way, is this isn't a number that was already out there that everybody had. I kind of do think that's true. I mean, he literally set him up with a place to live as well. Elijah had nothing.
Me a message, and I'll get back to you shortly.
We have a question here from David Smith.
All right, now let's go to mute the mics. This is my favorite part. I've never seen this happen in any show ever. Okay. You saw it at the beginning. They've got that graphic and the music that they can put up, the lobbying thing. They play it at the beginning and end of every episode of the show. It's built into their OBS. They're ready to go with it. This is what they do instead when the problem becomes too hard.
Onto it, knowing that it would be extremely toxic and knowing that the mainstream media would give them coverage because of what they were saying and the way they were dressing and what they were enacting or reenacting in a sense, which was quite foreign to many people in Australia. And most Australians are politically apathetic. And
Yawn. Okay, so you saw Elijah check the phone. He's kind of rolling his eyes. We all know he's not listening because we're not listening. And he doesn't know what to do right now. He's reading chat. Chat's just us, by the way. It's 4 guys they know personally and then us. So he's trying to figure out who are these people. And this is the beautiful part of this is he can't figure out the vector. He doesn't understand the angle of attack here. Are these leftists? Are these Milo guys? Are these which one of his many enemies? Is this his ex-wife doing this to him? And of course the answer is it's nobody. We're ghosts. We're lone wolf gang stalkers. You don't know us. We've got nothing. There's no reason for any of this. The only reason at all we have to do this is because we all picked up the same microwave frequency and now we're here.
It's because you were there.
Yep.
Anyway, so they were just lost on the whole thing, didn't understand why these guys were dressing in all black. and
Watch
marching down
this.
the street saying "Destroy all pedo freaks" with giant banners out the front.
Oh, so he was about to interrupt just then, and then the dude says, "Destroy all pedo freaks," and he looks over. I'm like, "Hey, whoa! Hang on a second! Whoa!
Friendly
Let's
fire.
pump the brakes for a second, buddy."
Hey,
Parliament.
mute the mics real fast.
Okay. This segment is called Mute the Mics. Watch this. I'm going to have to give you a play-by-play here because they do it.
Seriously, mute the mics real fast.
Okay, so now the mics are muted. Now, I am begging, if there is anybody out there who can read lips, like legit, like you're deaf, or you got a deaf brother or something, or you're just really good at it, you practice, or you have a preternatural ability, we're going to need your services. I am dying to find out what they said. Now, I think we can pick up a little bit of it. Mics are muted. Elijah leans over and starts talking to Georgie. Georgie's looking concerned. Australian guy's looking concerned. He says, "Whoa. Okay."
That's a lot of.
That is some scary
eyebrow
Jim
movement.
Carrey eyebrow work.
Yeah.
There's so much eyebrow work going on. Ethan Klein would be jealous. We actually legitimately need to bring back the eyebrowmeter to fully gauge what's happening here. There is, you say Jim Carrey, this is Joker style. Like, I don't know what's going through his head here, but he thinks he knows something. He's, okay, so can we read any of that? Look at that. That second eyebrow lift is so sinister. Are we picking up any of this?
I think he says, "Have somebody." I have somebody, I think.
Okay,
But
let's
his lips are moving weird. So
let's
it's hard
watch
to
that
tell.
again. So have. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm not. See, I can't get that. He's looking like Mersh with the headphones there. Now he looks over at the phone. He brings the phone up. So now we know for sure he's talking about the phone calls as if it wasn't obvious before. He's going through it. Now the Australian guy is like nodding as if Elijah has just said something like, "Oh, that explains it." There's no way he's explained. He doesn't know what this is. It's impossible that he knows what's going on here. Now he's reading the text messages and stuff we're sending. And see, his lips are so pursed and gay, and he's doing the Trump lips so much. I can't read them. I have no clue. But he's reading off some of the text messages we've sent. It's a lot. And Georgie is kind of stifling a laugh here. At the same time that the Australian guy, the producer, looks up to the sky, like trying to figure out what this is even all about, Georgie is shooting him a glance. When Georgie looks this way, that's at the Australian guy. So he's kind of trying to lock in with Australian guy, like, can you believe what Elijah is doing and saying right now? And is anybody picking up anything here? I mean,
It's really hard because he like folds his bottom lip in, so it's really hard to like. Yeah.
That's what I had so much trouble with. I sat here forever trying to read this and got nothing out of it. Just not a single. You would think one word would be easy. You can literally see him lisping. That's the craziest part. Is you can see when his tongue is in the wrong spot for S's. This guy might have accidentally, maybe this is why they hire so many of these gay guys to be, FBI informants and assets. It's impossible to read their lips. Really hard to read lips when they're, sucking a. All right, so he's still going. They're still going.
He said something about turning it off.
Okay. Oh yeah. Turn off the stream. Yeah. He says, should we turn it off? You're right. Yes. Okay. So should we turn it off? You think we should turn it off? That's what he just said. Woo! I'm starting to get it. Hang on. I think I'm picking this up now. Hang on. And yes. So you think we should turn it off? You think we should turn it off? And Georgie's like, well, it's up. He's like, it's up to you. He's kind of doing it. Well, it's up to you. So now they're trying to figure out whether or not they keep the show going. Now Elijah holds up a finger and says to give him a few more seconds here with the phone. Again, this is live. This is live. They could do anything other than this. They could at the very least not have Elijah on camera for this.
Yep.
Give us some time here, folks. We got some developing stories live.
Oh, that's what it is. So I didn't realize stories were developing here. So now he's going through his phone again. I guarantee you during this moment, we're sitting there calling, texting. His phone is absolutely being obliterated. Great podcasting. Someone said, yeah, exactly. Okay, now this is the best part.
The Laura Palmer rictus smile there.
You see what's happening? The reason he's giving that smile, he is now playing for them one of the voicemails that we've left. You can tell the way he's holding the phone. He's like doing speakerphone so they can hear the voicemail. He's not talking right now. He's just making faces while they listen to it. And look, they're reacting. They're laughing at the voicemail. So this is me. This is Dirk. I don't know who all did this. And we're, calling in and saying, hi, I would like to speak to one of the gay guys, please. If I could, you could just have, if we could just maybe throw our 2 cents in on the gay guy stream, please. I heard you're a pedophile. Come get them, boys. So now he's going to another one. You can see him tapping it. He's going through every voicemail right now and making these dudes listen to it. And they're laughing, reacting. They like it because they agree with what we have to say. Georgie's our guy. Look at Georgie. He's trying so hard to, be a company man here. Georgie, you're cool. You don't have to do this. We're calling. We're saying we're Jewish. We're going to shut this whole production down. You guys have less than 30 days to, or you're going to be evicted from this building.
We're almost back, folks. Okay.
By Bonfilio.
Huh?
Butt-mogged by Bonfilio.
Butt-mogged by Bonfilio. Oh yeah, I forgot we said that to him. Yeah. Well, we were telling him that that Misfit Patriot was the one doing this to him. I forgot. Right. Yeah, we blamed this attack on the Misfit Patriot bros. Whatever his I think we may come up with a term for Misfit Patriots fans. We're like, yeah, you're being
Misfits.
Yeah, the Misfits. You guys are being
Army.
You're being raided by the Misfit Army right now. Sorry, guys. It's Bonfilio. You're getting butt-mogged. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, the whole chat was just us going, yeah, you're being butt-mogged by Bonfilio. You guys got to do something about this. So they now think that the Misfit Patriot is coming to get them. And they're in Texas, so he might.
This guy says, I can read lips. They're looking at Asian dance videos. So true.
Okay, so
sorry, we're back.
We're back.
I got my warning. The Australian government said if I wish to return home and not be imprisoned immediately upon arriving at the airport, I better change my rhetoric quick smart. Oh, fuck you.
We made the
So again, the Australian guy says something unfunny to try to save face for what's going on. We know that's not what's happening. It's not even funny. That's not even a joke.
Right, people mad on this episode.
Here on Rift TV, we love Israel. We love the Jews. We are doing everything in our power to make sure they have.
Because again, the voicemails are oy vey. We're shutting this down. We're Jewish. We have the power to do it.
Successful mission in Iran.
We're all part of Misfit Patriots, Misfit Army. We kept calling it the Misfit Army.
And that's that. We're doing God's work here.
You're currently being butt-mogged. So, and look at Elijah's face. He's like, what do? I am so butt-mogged right now. It's insane.
For the Jewish people.
These two old queens, we had a whole episode about this. These two old queens, Misfit Patriot versus Elijah Schaffer. You think they're going to let either one of the other one get the tiara?
We have about like a third of our viewers are just hate watchers who just sit in the chat.
A third?
Oh, a third, yeah.
In Serbia.
Yeah.
A big Serbian audience. It's like
we don't live at
10% of our
Josh
viewers
Moon.
from
What are you
Serbia.
talking
Getting doxed
about?
live on air.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised that people thought they could cancel Elijah Schaffer when Elijah Schaffer is intrinsic to what is taking place in the transformation of this country.
Yeah, I agree with the Epstein list and all that kind of stuff. That does make sense.
Particularly because he is a man.
Imagine being Elijah in this moment and hearing a guy say that, knowing that's not true at all.
And who will grow into the role going forward. And he'll
grow into the role. The role of what? By the way, what?
He's a growing young boy.
This is the same problem I had with the Charlie Kirk thing after he got shot, where I'm like, what did you guys think he was? These are just grifter podcast guys. That's all they are. There's no greater mission or anything for them. They're just making money off of a cultural moment that has lasted way too long. It's time to kill the moment. Not the guy, the moment. I guarantee you, if Charlie Kirk lived to see 2026, but 2026 didn't live to see more grifter right bullshit, Charlie Kirk would pivot instantly. If the thing tomorrow became, I'm not saying he's going to like turn Satanist or whatever, if that became, de rigueur or something, but I'm saying if the big move suddenly became homesteading, everyone's a homesteader or a prepper, not an Elijah style bug chase prepper, but prep, that would be what Charlie Kirk would be selling you, a shelter at that point. There's no position. There's no movement. There's nothing to step into. There's no moment other than this.
Imagine if it had been Schaffered and they were building statues of him.
Yeah,
he had become their Jesus martyr.
If Elijah Schaffer got a bullet to the neck on live television, everyone would yawn and move on with the rest of their day. There would be, I would like to watch That Widow's podcast, though. That would be...
Yeah, that would be a very explosive podcast.
And by the way, I had another theory about Elijah and his bleach blonde hair. I think he's trying to copy Erica Kirk. I think he's trying to look like her as much as he can. He's actually been
a single white female her.
Yeah, he's been practicing her evil stare, her menace ability. Okay, so now I forgot what the timestamp here is. Now we've got now they're going to take calls on air.
Anywhere.
He is the people's advocate.
Should we take one of the calls on air?
Damn straight.
No, we shouldn't.
He just said that out of nowhere, by the way. They moved on. They weren't talking about the calls. Elijah's sitting there thinking about them calls. It's making him mad.
Yeah, why?
I like how they immediately disagree, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, damn straight, no way.
He wants to try to own it somehow.
No, we shouldn't.
Are you sure?
Because he's seeing the text, so he's getting mad.
Yeah, why? You just encourage it.
It's hilarious.
What do you think, Chad?
It's hilarious. We're being encouraged. This is okay for us to do. Thank you.
Let's get the chat's opinions.
Should we take?
Yeah. Take the chat's opinions.
The ones that you just said are mostly us.
Don't bother taking the chat's opinions. We'll text it to you.
One of these calls.
Should we take one of the calls on air?
Good question. It's kind of funny. Actually.
We'll wait for the chats to come in. One of the doxed phone calls.
Maybe we can make some calls out to people and bring them onto the show as well.
Cocteau, he says, do it. Third Coast Texas Toast says yes.
Shout out to
there's like 3 guys in chat again that they know, and they're only reading those names. And it's the Rumble chat too. I think we were mostly on YouTube.
Okay.
Trigger Tickler says yes.
And to Cocteau.
Oh, here comes some more chats in on his phone.
Doomsday says redeem.
So here he has, or that might be one of us calling because he's saying this. Here he has the option. Now is the moment. If you're going to take the call, take the call.
Shout out to Doomsday.
Penny Lane, yes, the Shogun,
and all
why
the
not?
crew. 100%.
Okay, I guess we're taking the call.
Those dudes are ride or dies.
He says, okay, I guess we're taking the call. Elijah's just sitting there looking at his phone. They don't take the call. He got too scared. He was trying to show how tough he was. He was trying to call our bluff. Ooh, I'll take your call. Oh, you want to talk on air? I'll do it. Ring, ring. He's like, never mind. I'm not so sure.
And that's exactly what's required to get the job done.
Real Dandy Andy says, probably not smart legally, but yes, kind of want to see it. Okay. You want us in jail? That's
Well, the
cool.
last time we did this, we actually had a strip club owner from Las Vegas call us and relate to us stories about his evenings in hotel rooms with many of his staff members after giving them LSD and the great times he had. So I don't think we're going to get that again this time, Elijah. Maybe this.
I wish you would tell these stories to your pillow at night and not the rest of us.
This person be more pleasant. Maybe
blank
this
wall.
person be able to sell us on the American war machine and tell us why the military-industrial complex.
Jesse, do you remember how Elijah reverse docked somebody this evening? This was all going on?
That's right. Yes. And that's actually what he's doing right there. Thank you for reminding me. I was sitting there trying to remember, what is he doing on his phone in this moment? Why doesn't he take the call? It's because he's busy. He goes into the Rumble chat and he starts doxing Stella's phone number in chat.
Yep.
What did he say? Do you remember exactly what it was?
Real.
Yeah,
He
it was
put a
her
real name.
He put her full real legal name in chat and her phone number that she called, because she just called from a regular phone. And he reverse doxed her back. No one called. Not a single, nothing happened to her. Not a single thing happened. And then he deleted it because he was too scared of what would happen. Yeah, Elijah did attempt to dox back. That's true. No.
Is necessary.
As other people's like, I'm not telling you what your number. It's like on Google, unfortunately. You can Google it. It's not hard to find.
Whoever leaked it, though, seriously, fuck you.
Georgie, please. Come on, man. Don't be like that. We're your only fans out here. We're your protectors, dude. The whole chat is typing G's for you. Aren't you happy to be here?
Local views would, be happy to be here.
So when he
perfect. So, and finally in this episode, this is my favorite thing. Okay, this is not the end of the episode, by the way. This is the end of this episode of Slightly Offensive. We've got more for you. My favorite part of any episode of Slightly Offensive is, of course, the message to the children. The entire episode, and you kind of have to see the whole episode really to get the impact of this. Like, remember, they're just doing, this is your bog standard average grifter right, Revenge of the Sis style, daily cope style, whatever, just shit you found on Twitter, the same videos everybody's watching gooner bait, watching libtard bait kind of videos. The whole episode is that. It's light, it's airy, it's just a tiny little snack for you to enjoy before bedtime, and then it ends like this.
Against the perpetrators of this injustice, and I appreciate it. To my children, I'd like to say this. Mommy and the rest of her family are going through a tough time, and so is Daddy, but we love you.
That was a terrifying pause.
Am I crazy, or is the way he say that makes it sound like he's mommy? By the way, he really had to think that one through. There's something about that.
Mommy and the rest of her family are going through a tough time.
Hi, Mommy.
And so is Daddy, but we love you.
And so is Daddy. Daddy's an afterthought. Daddy's the Australian guy.
And I just want to say, personally from the bottom of my heart, I'm doing this for you. And I'm doing this. I'm going to keep fighting till the very end because you matter. And your
this
daddy
is why he fights for his kids. The reason he does this podcast is for his children.
That June hour segment of the show is for his kids.
Yeah. I'm only thinking of you boys every time.
He's not going to let foreign countries, even though you don't understand what I'm saying, he's not going to let lies from mommy or anybody out there, whether daddy lies. And no one should ever be getting in the way of you having a loving mom and a dad in your life. You should have your in-laws, your Grammy, and your pappy.
And other cartoon bears that might live about the house.
Your Gram and your Peepaw and your Googaw.
Your Scrimscraw, your Mama.
You have your grandpa and
your babushka.
Your grandma, if she was alive here to talk to you, to tell you.
Now we're bringing ghosts into the mix. By the way,
What is this, Alex Stein?
Yeah.
You should have those people in your life. Not all your.
You should. Who's he mad at there? God? You should have your dead grandma in your life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Uncles will be in your life, but
the Daddleverse destroyed itself. That's funny.
I will tell you, you should have access to your family, and nobody should be depriving kids of a happy and healthy life with their own parents. It's evil and it's sick, and everyone who facilitated this is in the wrong.
Are you talking to the kids right now? Who is the audience for this?
And for my own.
How crazy is this, by the way? This is nuts, right? This is psychotic.
Yeah, this is a psychotic thing.
Okay.
Children, I will get justice. To the rest of you guys watching, I love you, sons. I'm sorry, Mr.
To the rest of us, I love you, sons. Who is? I thought
we're all his little.
He's calling his audience his children.
In a lot of ways, we're all Elijah's children.
Your birthday? It wasn't my
Does
choice.
love children.
Wait. Listen to this.
You guys watching, I love you, sons. I'm sorry, I missed your birthday.
This dude, I just found out Elijah Schaffer's my dad, and now he's walking away to get milk for the rest of my life.
It wasn't my choice.
Tube socks.
I'm gonna get that 10-year birthday card where he tries to make up for all the ones he missed.
But it is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, full on goon confirmation. If you didn't know before, Elijah wants to make it as clear as possible. We got goon alert.
We'll have happier days ahead. To Ben, if people want to find you and follow you,
Okay, there you go. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I've got more time to spend with my family.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I can breathe again.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I can hang with my friends, feel young again, and live my best life.
Talk to your doctor today to see if Awful Tech Capsule Concepts is right for you. Visit awful.tech to see more.
All right, awful.tech, support the show, grab some merch. You want one of these jackets, you want some of these patches, we got all that shit. We got t-shirts, awful.tech. Our latest shirt, by the way, if you missed this, people were begging me to release this shirt, okay? It doesn't see, you wouldn't think so, but people were begging me to release a shirt called the Big Shaman shirt. This is, of course, a parody, of Big Johnson t-shirts. If you ever saw those, if you ever been to a boardwalk in your life, you've been to Daytona Beach, remember Big Johnson? This is Big Shaman, one of our goons here at Pod Awful, Big Shaman Elevators. You'll have a nice ride from top to bottom with your perfect woman. Grab yourself a Big Shaman shirt. Now, I say this, I bring this up because, again, people were begging me for this shirt to go online. They're not buying it. Okay? You haven't bought one. All those people saying, when is the Big Shaman shirt? I've been hearing for 6.5 months. When's the Big Shaman shirt coming, Jesse? When are you buying it? How about today? Awful.tech. And of course, there's the Henchman capsule with the jacket that everyone also begged for and the patches that everyone also begged for. These are selling. People are buying these. Grab yours. They're awesome. I got other patches too. Here, look. We got the catfish patch. We've got the Gangstalker patch. And this is special. This is a secret one. This is coming soon. I've got a happy to be here patch right there. That is that's a variant I made. I was testing something out. I made that. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to throw that on the site. That's going up. So that'll go up at some point too. Again, awful.tech, support the show. Let's get into some more Elijah. Slightly offensive. Here we go. All right. This is... Where are we starting here? Now, this is a crazy place to even begin.
Everybody.
This clip is called Elijah is a retard.
I'm a killer gorilla. I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show on the PodAwful TV network. PodAwful.pizza.
Cast Iron in chat says, hopefully stickers come out soon. I do plan to put out stickers soon. Everybody remember Cast Iron saying that for when then he doesn't buy any of the stickers. This is what happens. Everybody goes, Jesse, I want this. And then I put it out, and then...
I'll buy 2 to make up for Cast Iron.
I'm going to need you to buy 53 Big Shaman shirts to make up for all of the people who told me to make that stupid shirt. And I kept saying, no one's going to buy it. No one would wear that. That's so crazy. I only want it really just for me. I haven't even bought it yet, by the way. Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Fine. I guess I'll change that. All right. Anyway, this is called Elijah is a Retard. Take a look. This is another episode of Slightly Offensive.
Okay, everybody can relate to this shit, okay? It's like I did drugs my whole life because what happened, I am retarded, but I was also retarded too. And
sure.
It's like,
okay.
Guys,
I get that.
Yeah, that's tracking. So far, so good, and I agree.
Classic joke.
Sorry, I've got it sped up. That seems actually about normal for Elijah Schaffer. You know, that's kind of his, when he's fully topped up from the doctor's office, when all of his prescriptions are in, that's about the level he's at, but I do actually have it sped up a little. Let's slow that down a bit.
Follicles are glowing.
Yeah, his legs are missing from all the tests they've been running.
Weirdly autistic as a child. I'd hide under tables till I was like 6 and I couldn't talk to people.
You hear? He's not making it. This isn't like a story he's telling. He's not making a joke right now. He's in the middle of talking about some other news event, and instead he starts revealing things about himself.
Autistic as a child, I'd hide under tables till I was like 6 and I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't communicate. And I tried to do one public speaking thing when I was in 4th grade. I threw up on myself in front of people, and that's who I was. I had my tongue hung out. I had to go.
He was an anteater?
He's not just a retard. He's a cartoon retard. This is a Down syndrome from a movie from the 90s, tongue lolling out of his mouth, retarded guy.
He threw up on himself like Stan Marsh.
To classes and therapy, and I've gone through like decades of therapy and classes. I had to go to autistic training in Australia.
What? They've got that?
And they offered.
What happened to my wife?
I always tell you it's not a joke. And
you can tell he's not lying because the look on his face, he's realizing what he's accidentally revealing here in his insane manic state. You can see him. It's like it's just now clicking. I shouldn't be saying this out loud. This is nuts.
What is it called? Is it NSA? What is? I don't forget what it's called. But their retarded fund. They were offering Kes.
He's part of the retarded fund. That's what we should have called the pizza fund.
Money to be my caretaker because I'm level 2 autistic and I'm part of a very
what? Jesus Christ!
Small percentage of people who have an IQ.
Level 2 autistic, by the way, is the same as level 4 plates.
High enough that we like in Audible. I was born fucking retarded. Like I couldn't speak correctly. I couldn't chew my food. I had to go to classes.
No. Go back. Hang on. What was that?
In Audible, I was born fucking retarded. Like I couldn't speak correctly. I couldn't chew my food. I had to go to.
He couldn't chew his food.
He's getting a little tight in the mouth. You know, he's getting really worked up on that one. So
yeah, what the? You couldn't chew your food. You were so retarded. You couldn't chew your food.
Classes as a fucking 10-year-old kid to learn how to chew spaghetti. Okay.
This dude's got spaghetti mouth.
And they were tricking him. You don't chew spaghetti.
You didn't even know that was a thing. I knew that was a thing. You didn't know that was a thing. I've seen spaghetti mouth up close, okay? I've told you many times, I went to a school that had a large special ed program where they would intermix the special ed kids and the regular kids as an experiment. We were guinea pigs. We were lab rats for them. And I would sit across from David Witt. God bless him. God bless his, I have to assume, dead, retarded soul. And how long do those things live? They got stem cells or something from.
They can get up to maybe 60 if they're,
Really?
you know, a real racehorse.
Okay, well, then maybe he's out there still. Well, David Witt, you know, his last name, it was not, what is that thing? Determinative. It was not, that was not
It was not normative and it was not determinate.
No. See, retardation was the soul of this Wit. He would sit there spaghetti mouthed as hell. He sat there, he would pick up the spaghetti with his bare hands and shovel it into his face and be falling down. It was like that scene in Casper, the Friendly Ghost, where the ghosts are eating and it's falling through their bodies instantly. It really didn't seem like there was any point to the whole thing. He was just mostly getting the spaghetti on him, more than in him. That's Elijah Schaffer. That's a baby, by the way. Little babies do that. My baby did that today with spaghetti. I watched him every time when you have a baby and you feed it spaghetti, which you do all the time as a joke, it turns out, as a parent. There's a fun little thing you get to do as a parent where you go, we're making spaghetti. And that's just to watch your child turn into a pile of garbage as a practical joke. It's a prank you pull on a baby. And at the end of it, every time you have to go, did any of that end up inside him? Because most of it is in the hair, instantly the hair all over the face. You know, there's a bib sitch going on. I wouldn't be shocked to find Elijah Schaffer out to eat one day with a bib on.
It's like I'm retarded. But then I found ecstasy.
It's like you're retarded. Nick, it ain't like. You're doing it. You've nailed it. Hugh, you gotta unpush to talk.
Okay.
I'm hearing myself back every time you're only push to talk when it's time to talk, because it echoes me, and I keep thinking I've left this on.
It was like the first thing I really did when I was really young was ecstasy, and I was like, I'm suddenly like having conversations.
And that explains why you're gay. Okay, so Elijah admits he's retarded. Well, that's a very embarrassing thing to admit. So I'm sure he's done admitting extremely embarrassing things, one right after the other, right? There's no way he's got yet another one. Hang on, this is going to take a sec. Oh, okay, so spoilers, Elijah's about to admit he had gay sex. Okay, so let's explain. If you thought for a second that Elijah was done admitting insane, embarrassing things about himself, no, this next clip is called Elijah Admits to Having Gay Sex with Conservatives. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce you to my second favorite character in the Elijah Schaffer cinematic universe. This is our boy BLEAU. Now, that's BLEAU. BLEAU is this guy's name. BLEAU, by the way, also was forced to experience some of our telephonery, okay, during this episode. BLEAU is a very, very interesting, strange guy. He appears to be some sort of Mexican kind of thing, but he doesn't seem to know
weird runoff of the Patrick Bet-David guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. This is one of your bog standard intergalactic cum babies. You know, they swirled around a vat. This is what they do when you donate sperm to a sperm bank. They're just doing it in a big vat and swirling it like Two-Face chemicals. They're waiting for a guy to walk on a catwalk and fall in as a joke. So And out when he comes out, he looks like this. By the way, so this is BLEAU. BLEAU is he's a manservánt. He's a real estate agent. So it was very easy to find his phone number. By the way, his real name is Skylar.
You just alerted Hugh Jan.
And yeah, I know he's gonna clip that. And what else do we know about BLEAU? He is, if you think Elijah is bad when it comes to checking himself in the monitors, BLEAU, this might be the only time I've ever seen BLEAU not checking himself. He's always looking. He is so image obsessed, which is like a really strange thing to be when you're just a guy. You're just some guy. You're just some guy. You're just Elijah's butt buddy, as proven by this clip right here.
Drug use, heavy drug use, to even do it in the first place. And I've been involved in the live streaming world. It was
sure you are right now. By the way, so have just a homeless black guy. They love going live. I've been involved in the live streaming world. That's a thing that everyone can be involved. A lot of people are involved in that when they don't want to be. You got Baked Alaska walking by you, spraying you with something.
It was hell.
Yeah. One time I did a bunch of cocaine and ecstasy with a bunch of employees of Turning Point and Prager.
Oh, really?
And Daily Wire in Vegas back a long time ago. Very long time ago. Very long time
with Charlie.
Ago. No, but I just thought that was funny. It was like all these conservatives and just fucking each other and just ripping fucking lines and shit.
Okay. So they're getting, it's him and a bunch of dudes at Turning Point USA. And then, of course, the guy says, so with Charlie Kirk. And he has to be like, no. And you can see there's like a moment he's got to think about that.
Bunch of employees of Turning Point and PragerU and Daily Wire in Vegas back a long time ago. Very long time ago. Very long time
with Charlie.
Ago. No.
No.
But I just thought that was funny. It was like all these conservatives and they're just fucking each other and just.
And they're fucking each other. So these guys are all just having gay sex with each other.
Ripping fucking lines and shit in Vegas. That was crazy. That was a long time ago. I haven't really been into drugs or anything like that in a very long time, but.
Dude, come on. Come on. It's in your court case. I don't think this was this like the same day as where they revealed on Twitter? This was like Twitter news all around. This is viral. Of Elijah Schaffer's prescriptions going around. Let me see if I can find the image of this. This dude's taking quite a bit. His doctor stays in business. Yeah, here we go. Whoa, I have to download this. Oh, okay. Sure, we'll do it that way. That's okay, great. Yeah, pop that up over there. Perfect. You're nailing it. All right. And here we go. So like around the exact same time as this episode where he claims he hasn't done drugs in forever. Just this is a handful of the things that he's been prescribed. By the way, all of these are like SSRI, antipsychotic meds. What do we have here? We've got quetiapine fumarate and ezopicolone, which I believe is from Dragon Ball Z, and then escitalopram. I don't know what any of that shit is, but it's all got Elijah's name on it. He hasn't done drugs in a while, though, guys. Nothing to worry about there. He's totally with it, actually. He's got everything together. In fact, he's got it so together. Remember when he was giving his message to his boys before? In the last episode? Here's a video he put out recently. This is a little video he put up on Twitter. He says, singing a spontaneous song to my boys after the big W in court, ordering them to return home. Just to be clear, that is not what happened. He'd say that I believe he has been reunited with them at this point, but at that point in time, that was just a lie. He says, and here's another message to his sons. He says, to my sons, Don't hold the lies and slander from your mother and her family against her when you grow up. They weren't even considering it until you said it. We will forgive everyone involved and be reunited soon. Love you both. And here's Elijah. Here's Elijah forgiving everyone. This is fucking psycho. But okay.
You can also very clearly see his roots in this video.
Yes, obviously he is not really blonde. That was not ever up for question.
I can't not, Jesse.
Of course. No, you're right to point it out. Yeah, we're not really too worried about the roots though during this staged pretending it's just a moment that's happening. Like, what am I supposed to believe happened here? So this is Georgie walking down the steps of your shared home to find you screaming the most insane, terrifying song since Sting wrote that one about stalking a lady. I can't find you in your room. You keep saying over and over again. This is, am I meant to believe this is a candid moment? And then what? You were like, were you filming this the whole time? Airdrop that to me. Like, let me see. How was this? Like, why did it start at the top of the stairs? Why are we pretending? I am looking, I am searching, but I can't find you there in your room. This is actually a song about Georgie. He was like, Georgie was hiding. He thought he was playing hide and seek with Elijah. Elijah never said Ollie Ollie oxen free. He got so sad he wrote this song. Georgie comes out. He can't believe it. They're reunited. It's a beautiful moment. Are you? Where are you? I don't know. And where are you? Where are you? Am I supposed to believe he doesn't see him just awkwardly standing on the stairs holding his phone up? I don't know. I'm doing all. By the way, compliments to the chef. Okay, what a nice touch. You threw on the Greek Orthodox cross there, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, he's a fan. Hey, the court. He's a family man. He's a Christian man. He's a man of God. You've got nothing to worry about. Give him his kids back. He's just having gay ecstasy sex over at TP USA next week. I'll fly in if I have to this time. What? Wow, he's willing to fly for his kids. That's crazy. Off of a building? Hopefully. This time. Next time is shaky ground. This time he's willing to do. I'm willing. He says, maybe. It's iffy. It depends on what the prices are on Google, on the flight tracker that week, because you know they like to price gouge me. I'll be flying if I have to now. You might say. By the way, you don't have. You're in. His wife fled with the kids to Texas to get away from him, and then he fled to Texas. You don't have to. You can just stay right where you are. Possible, 'cause you don't have any wings. What? Damn. We might have a new. Remember Alex Stein's poem about his mom? This is getting there, man. It's impossible.
Yep.
It might be impossible because you don't have any wings.
You might say it's impossible because you don't have any wings.
Damn, can't lie. This is tough.
You might say
Yeah, imagine this was your dad. You have to. He just told you he is.
it's impossible.
Georgie just backing away. Slow. Wait, what did you say? What was that last? Hang on a second. What was that last lyric? This dude thinks he's got wings now. They, you know, speaking of lawsuits, I don't know if you know about Red Bull, but you got to be careful with that stuff.
Because you can't go that high.
By the way, I only watched the first minute or so of this. Not even, because we're only at a minute 23. I watched like the first bar of this and have been saving it for this episode. I've only heard the first lyric of this before, so this is so crazy. This is completely fresh for me.
Because you can't go that high.
Yeah, neither can you, Elijah. Hi! Hi!
You don't know that I'll try my best, and they don't know what a father's love can be.
Okay, we're going to have to find a hook here at some point. You're going to have to... Some sort of rhyme scheme needs to be accomplished.
I'll find you. I'll find you. Yes, I'll find you.
Ooh, he just had a little bit of spittle go up his lip. You love seeing that move. Guy gets so worked up that the spittle starts climbing.
Out of your room.
Wait, what?
Find you. Yes, I'll find you. Out of your room.
He's gonna blind you.
He's gonna blind you out of your room. That's the past tense of fly. We all know that. Flind.
And I'm looking now, and I'll find you now.
He's gonna find you. He's still flinding. All right, listen. I said the man's got to find a hook. He found his hook.
One day, 'cause they can't stop me. They can't stop the Father's love. Who they say all those lies.
This is almost as beautiful as Daddy's Home.
And they slander me in the news.
Brother, you're not in the news. Let's be clear. Hi, I'm the news. You're not in.
But those lies, yes, those damn lies, those lies don't stop me from finding you.
Just to be clear, this problem he's got, terrible. I don't think a father should be kept from his kids. Even a bad father, should have some visitation at the very least with his children. But Elijah, didn't you kind of make this bed? I mean, you're the one who... Remember the part where you said the FBI stole your family and your car? With them in it. Remember when you were walking around the Matrix Hotel high as a kite? Remember when you were cheating on your wife with Sarah Stock?
They won't stop me from finding you.
You weren't thinking about the kids then. This is nuts. They say in the chat room. Yeah, some candles in chat. Press F to flind in chat.
They won't stop me from finding you. 'Cause I'll be with you someday. Don't cry now. Don't cry now.
I guarantee you his kids have no clue anything is going on. They didn't even remember Dad. They were like, oh, Dad's gone. He wasn't around that much anyway. He was always off doing something.
Dad will be someday. I'll find you.
Not if I flind them first.
I'll find you. Yes, I'll find you here in your home.
In your home? What? Is he threatening to break into his ex-wife's house.
Back together, right here in this home.
Does this end with him noticing the camera guy? That's all I want to know. The tension. Oh my God.
We'll be back.
Does it end in, this is what I want to know. Does it end in this moment? And in your home. Oh, come on, man. Georgie.
Together soon.
Actually, this might be the Australian guy filming this for him. Seems like that guy would be the one sort of setting this up for him, telling him this is a good idea. Literally moving the chess pieces. By the way, that's a move right there. I don't know if you noticed that. There's chess pieces, there's a chessboard in there. That's a signal. That's code. Okay, he's saying that he's about to take down the queen. Why did he zoom out? Oh, he thought the song should be over. Yeah, he thought that was like the end, and it should be, but no, we got another minute of this. In your home? This is where BLEAU lives. What do you mean in your home? Please tell me these kids aren't going to live with BLEAU.
Yes, I'm waiting here for you. Yes, I'm waiting.
The lyrics are just vibes. Yeah. Dude, this is so vibes. Actually, this is pretty chill. Honestly, if a dude picked up a guitar at a party, started playing this, I wouldn't leave the room instantly. I'd be like, okay, he might find something here. Just vibing out with your bros.
He's so red, he looks like he's running out of breath.
He is running out of breath.
Horrific.
The blonde hair doesn't help, making him look like that other guy from Ghost in the Shell. Yodelay-hoo.
Yes, I'm waiting for you.
Should have turned the filters on. No, it's over. And last strum. Here we go. Bong. The end. Nope. Couple more. All right. There we go. All right. Whatever. And he kind of clocked the camera for half a second there at the end, and then just so he's done, and he just gets up. Where is he going now? He's just going to take a shit. He's just running to the kitchen for a drink or something. That's it. Who does? Nobody just sits there. When you tool around in a song too, there'd be moments where you would like change it a bit. You know, you go back on the string a little bit. He's just playing. That was pre-written. Not very well, but it was pre-written. All right, anyway.
I would say way before I had kids, before I had children, but ultimately speaking, it's like, yeah, I used to party at one point in my life. And the problem with drugs is that it just like,
there's not enough of them.
It's really hard to get through life. And when you start giving yourself outs in life, and ways to escape the difficulty of life, you start to depend on those things. Even if
oh, really? Is that how drugs work? You're just finding that out at 33. Okay, let's go to
and they get
BLEAU is an Indian and Elijah is Jewish.
Strange person W7J said, I don't know why, but I don't understand how you can hate Indians and then just put one on your show.
Okay, BLEAU is not happy about this, by the way. He doesn't like being called Mexican, and I'm pretty sure he is Mexican. You call him Indian, these are fighting words. Watch this.
Not Indian. He doesn't like that.
Look at him checking himself. And this dude, nobody checks himself harder in the monitor than fucking BLEAU, man.
He also said Elijah is.
He's like doing faces.
Yeah, that's the second time.
He doesn't like that.
He's doing the Trump faces. He's readjusting the headphones. He doesn't know what to do right now. He's like, let me make sure I don't look like I'm in a sewer.
He also said Elijah is Jewish but hates Jews. How? That doesn't make sense. Same guy.
He's a self-hating Jew. You haven't heard of it.
And now Elijah's got to check himself in the mirror to make sure everything's good. Wait a second. I don't look Jewish, do I?
Jew.
Self-hating Jew before? We're all self-hating Jews.
We all are, including Hermes is the biggest Jewish guy among.
Yeah, the second Georgie does the sweetest little thing. The sweet little boy, Georgie, goes, we're all Jews in here. Elijah's like, yes, we're all Jews. It's everybody. Whew, whew, okay. Oh, by the way, this is Hermes. I completely forgot. There's so many characters now in the Schaffer cinematic universe. We also have a guy named Hermes. What do we know about Hermes? I don't know. Honestly, it's too many characters. I didn't keep up. We've got a guy called This is Dirk's favorite character for some reason. I remember that. Oh, I remember this. Hermes tweeted out a photo of himself standing in front of 2 parked sedans doing like sort of a chud style pose, right? Or a Chad, I guess. He was trying to be a Chad, trying to look hard. And the tweet was crazy because he's saying like, I can't even remember the text of it now, but basically it was like about his kids and how he's got to get his kids back and how he's fucking up his life and he's doing drugs and cheating on his wife and stuff. He's like obviously making fun of Elijah in this tweet, but they're friends and maybe even live together or something. All these guys seem to all live in this house with him. And he like openly just mocking Elijah, which honestly, pretty cool. Pretty cool. We actually kind of do like Hermes as well. Hermes on the good list for doing that move. However, I got to take that back from you because I did notice in the photo that you were shorter than a regular sedan. You're a midget. You are a manlet. You are comedy shaman sized, okay? Legitimately not as tall as a regular size car. So no, we can't accept that. Sorry, buddy. Sorry,
but I'm not self-hating. I like Jews.
Yeah, we love them.
We all love them.
We love Jews. We just hate ourselves because we didn't get any GHB.
Speaking of Jews, they're going to be pretty angry with Mom Donnie.
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, so now let's go to, speaking of Indian guys, let's go to, this is a good little moment. So BLEAU, again, BLEAU's my favorite character anyway. I don't know, there's just something I like about BLEAU. I can't even really understand it myself. It's just funny to me. BLEAU actually gets into a little heated exchange here with Elijah. BLEAU is one of the few guys, Hermes tweets out the funny thing about Elijah, but that's from the safety of wherever he tweeted it. Live on the show, BLEAU is the only one that really tends to give Elijah a little pushback on some of his nonsense.
Dude, the amount of weird famous people that BLEAU brings around is weird.
Oh, he said BLEAU. Who's that?
Yeah, it's kind of almost as weird as the ad you...
No, it's right there at the top. It says Hermes and BLEAU Jackson. Okay, so I guess Elijah misspoke. Well, he did also say flind you, so...
Brings around is weird.
Yeah, it's kind of almost as weird as the ads you do for El Salvador. Maybe we're both...
Bukele is a king. Okay, listen to this.
Wow. That's a real little moment there. Because again, that weird stuff that Elijah's got going on, America's interests are in El Salvador. Gavin sitting there going, making his mustache go up so that he can emote.
Patriots. That's all I know.
What about this that happened over
And now Elijah's like, okay, moving along.
Okay, so there was something really weird that happened. Mystery solved. The strange character at the top of Donald Trump's recent...
All right. There you go. I gotta put this on the full screen here so you can see it. Now look. BLEAU is now receiving a phone call. This is 1 second after what he just said. All right, let me roll it back.
That's all I know.
What about this that happened over the weekend? Okay, so there was something really weird that happened.
So now BLEAU is getting the call The misfit army is here, and he's about to get straight up butt-mogged.
Mystery solved. The strange character at the top of Donald Trump's recent healer picture has been identified as a character on a cover of a book that was to be released that was posted on Reddit some time ago. Below, you can see the exact
He's really inspecting that phone. He cannot understand what's going on here. He's getting text messages. He's getting phone calls. He's getting voicemails.
Character in a much more detail in the book picture. The book synopsis was about a guy in Chicago who goes to Yafron, the rename of Tel Aviv, and he basically walked.
So let's explain what was happening there behind the scenes. So again, BLEAU is a real estate agent. His phone number is open and public for anyone to call anytime you want. Easy to find, easy to call. He wants you to call it. And we're calling it. And he's not answering. He's not noticing the phone. There's really no reaction. I mean, we're pretty deep into this episode before we managed to even get that reaction. Well, here's what ended up happening is I start going, well, maybe he's got a work cell phone, right? And a regular, everyday life cell phone. Makes total sense. Hi, Lenny. Welcome.
Hello.
So we're talking, we're on BLEAU right now. Okay. We're talking BLEAU.
We like BLEAU.
So yeah, we like BLEAU. So I go, let me see if I can find any other phone numbers for BLEAU because it doesn't seem to be working. It's not going through. I get one phone number. I call it. A guy answers. I go, hi, can I speak to BLEAU? The guy goes, what? The guy goes, huh? I'm like, can I speak to Skylar? Again, that's his real name. The guy says, this is his dad. I said, oh my gosh, I have no idea how I got he gave me your number. I thought this was his number. He's like, no. Can I pass a message along to him for you? I said, could you just give me his number so I can call him? I didn't mean to call you, sir. I'm so sorry. It's late. He goes, who are you? I say, I'm BLEAU's friend, Elijah. He says, Elijah. I say, Schaffer? He says, I'd feel more comfortable just passing a message along. I said, okay, can you tell him that he needs to get off the show immediately? It's an emergency. He says, what show? I said, he's live on a stream right now. And he told me to tell him when it was time. He says, okay. I don't know, something like this happened. And then we hang up. All right. So I talked to the dad. The dad, it was only a few minutes after I speak to the dad. The dad must have messaged BLEAU. The dad message went through. That he's receiving dad messages telling him there's some guy calling you named Elijah. It's urgent. This is bad. And of course,
get off the show.
Get off the show. Now he's sitting there next to Elijah, so that's got to be really confusing for BLEAU in this moment.
Jesus to path to thwart modern day ball.
And you can see if you take a look at his face here, he's in a world of disarray. Like he does not know. He's not even looking at himself anymore. This is just a stare out into space.
Worshippers. You see this? This was the character.
He's fully blown. So we blow his mind.
This the picture.
We blow Jackson his mind.
Trump shared, and everyone wondered what was this thing, and it was actually.
So now he's thrown off. The tension is already in the room. You heard it with the El Salvador comment. You heard it with the Indian stuff, the Jewish stuff. So now this happens.
And helpful and communicative to me. And she had called me up randomly one time and stated something quite interesting.
You see what's going on here? So BLEAU's off camera over here to the left. Elijah is getting fully distracted by whatever is happening off screen.
Helpful and communicative to me. And she had called me up randomly one time, and
like BLEAU must be like holding up his phone and like trying to show Elijah. He's like freaking out.
Stated something quite interesting.
He's getting text messages from his dad and having to get Elijah's approval for this.
It doesn't matter. Stated something quite interesting.
So Elijah's like, what the fuck is this? What is happening? It doesn't matter.
That I think is quite strange. I won't respond to any of that. It's just people doxing you. Just block their numbers. She decided she's going to go after a lot of people.
So that's supposed to, by the way, like alleviate BLEAU in that moment. BLEAU is supposed to be like, oh, I'm just getting doxxed. Whew. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I'll just ignore this. I'm being doxxed live on air.
That are also nice to me and friendly to me as well. So I'm not going to attack them either.
Okay, so now you know BLEAU is getting like upset about this. He's starting to rethink this whole Elijah deal.
So suddenly I had my comment sections being flooded with calling me a child molester and a pedophile.
You know what? Hang on a second. I gotta try an experiment here. I don't remember what he was talking about right before this moment. We're just gonna go back. There's a little bit more BLEAU action for you. Back. Okay, what are they talking about here?
Orthodoxy. I actually don't know. Question for you, BLEAU. Why don't the Catholics put icons on the wall? Like,
okay, they're talking about the different styles of church. You got the Orthodoxy, you got the Catholics.
We do stained glass and we do statues. It's Latin. If you go to the Eastern Rite Catholics, they'll do the icons.
Yeah, the icons on the wall.
But we're kind of more advanced than that.
I heard that it was also so people get bored that they at least see the beautiful stained glass and they see the pictures of like the Jesus story. Or
So this is the topic he brought in to talk about is whatever this sort of modern looking church is.
Something like that.
It is really nice. We need to bring back the stained glass. Like this cool design, sure, whatever. But you know, the stained glass, the classic Catholic church style, you know, it's like everything that was old.
They bring up BLEAU in the lower third on him. Oh yeah, in case you want to follow BLEAU, he's at Based Wealth. By the way, BLEAU is also going through a court case right now, right alongside Elijah. Some sort of, I think it was like a weapons charge or something. He had ammo where he wasn't supposed to have it or something.
Something about the type of triggers he was using or something. I don't know.
Somebody's drunk. Okay.
I'm eating spicy food. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. It was like, he had the wrong type of, oh yeah, maybe he had a bump stock or something, right? Didn't he have like a bump stock you're not supposed to have? Something like that. It was one of those kinds of things.
Is always new. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be forever beautiful. Something like, you know, a cathedral built 500 years ago. True. Like some of my ancestors built the first cathedral in the United States.
Okay, let's not talk about your ancestors.
Of America in San Antonio, Texas. I took Hermes there. It's gorgeous.
My ancestors. You're talking about 200 years ago.
I mean, yeah, it's timeless. The design, the art, it's math. So no matter what era you're in, it's just going to be gorgeous. You know, what I can't stand is the strip mall churches. And, you know, actually, Catholics, I think, are the only ones who don't have a strip mall church. I've even seen Orthodox strip mall churches. So, but yeah, I digress.
All right.
Okay. So look at that. Oh, I'm glad I went back. Check this out. So very obviously, everyone else wasn't listening to him just then, and they're all on their phones. Elijah's having to check his phone. Now, BLEAU just gives up. Finally, Elijah's willing to jump in. You see him. He's now checking his phone because the stuff is still coming in.
That being said, well, I guess we're going to cover one last thing.
Okay, so we're just talking churches, just a totally normal conversation. Here's our final topic for the evening.
One last thing we're going to cover. Okay. Because I think it's
Rob says, I just got here. Jesse, can you start the show over? Thanks, dog. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah. Hang on a second. Hit it.
And, you know, we talked a little bit about the fact that Asians have...
All right.
Actually kind of funny. And I feel like it kind of needs to be addressed here, just to remind you guys how ridiculous this is. So suddenly I had my comment sections being flooded with calling me a child molester, a pedophile, and normal Tuesday for me, right? Normal
Is it? And yes, it is. Actually, I don't know why I even asked.
Tuesday. And I was laughing because it's actually from a transcript.
Emphasis on.
In a court document that my lawyers requested and my lawyers submitted to the court to show how ridiculous my entire ex-wife's testimony has been.
So wait, it was so he's now saying it was his lawyers who revealed that he was a pedophile child molester when he was a youth pastor? Listen, it's a risky move, but let's see how it pays off.
And it's this document right here. This is an official. I'm in the official court documents. I want to clarify something.
You can.
And I will. I want to clarify. I don't think I can. Can I zoom in here? Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so there we go. I'm going to release something here that wasn't released to kind of break the narrative that's going around here. So there's a section in this request for a restraining order, which I want to remind you, I was never served in, never privy to any of the court hearings, and neither were my attorneys. And it says here about these evidences, particularly 13, 14, 15, and 12. And it says, these all bear the voice and image of your husband with the exception of 15, right? Yes, sir. 15 is actually another post talking about allegations and quoting your husband, right? Yes, sir. And one of the concerns you have is they're quoting him admitting that he abused a child when he was a youth pastor, right? Before he became an internet. And she goes, yes, a boy child, yes.
She specifies it's a boy child. Which, you know what? It does make a difference.
A 16-year-old boy, yes, sir.
Okay, well, maybe not a boy child. That boy child might be a little much for a 16-year-old, but
when he was and so there are part of your concerns with him in this video. These things show some of the extreme views and some of the concerns you have about your children being alone with him. This is
and again, this is totally optional. You never have to, on your own show, go over the court documents about you raping a 16-year-old boy. That is always up to your own discretion as the producer of your show.
Disgusting.
For instance, I've never talked about mine.
Statement here that was done completely fraudulently of the court is completely being contested. And there's an entire retrial here because the court considered this to be not a suitable trial. This was done with not only perjury, it was also fraudulently submitted without my notice. And these hearings were done without anybody in my legal team present.
You just said it was your legal team saying this stuff.
And you read this and it broke the internet today or yesterday, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's a pedophile. There's a few accusations made. He had sex with a 16-year-old boy. And you might hear that and it sounds absolutely horrible. There's got to be some evidence for this, right? There's got to be something really terrible. Well, when you get out of this into the court documents, you have right here, check this out. You have, what is the court the actual evidence. Here is the evidence that they presented.
All right, can't wait. We're going to watch the evidence of him being a child molester.
Are we allowed to watch this?
Is this safe for YouTube or?
About this. None of you guys have this and you're getting it here on the phone. This is court evidence that I am
here on the phone. He's got phone on the brain.
Voluntarily submitting to the public. Look at this. Here's what they have.
Said he DM'd you. All right. Yo. The Folklore Americana AI mod knocked that out, but I can still read it. The Folklore Americana, former Elijah cameraman, former Nick Fuentes.
Damn, so our evidence is friend of the show, Jaden McNeil. That's little Jaden, we call him, my little bro.
As cameraman, made he was he's a documentarian. You guys probably are somewhat familiar with him. He's done a lot of camera work. He used to be Elijah's guy when Elijah first started. He says, I know you don't know these particular stories, but I worked with him before you did. I knew that. He literally told me he was gay and he was caught fucking a 16-year-old kid in his youth group. His father or him? That's fucking crazy.
Okay. The entire evidence in the court document for me being a child molester is my old disgruntled intern streaming to 9 people legitimately who has a hate A-log podcast about Nick Fuentes. It's an obsessive pod.
Not to 9 people, literally. And by the way, so you're saying it's someone who knows you. It's not a random guy. It's not scuttlebutt. It's somebody who's spoken to you, who you might have told these things. Dude, every 2 minutes on your own show live in front of an audience, you openly tell people the most embarrassing things I've ever heard. Your Honor, Exhibit A.
Everybody can relate to this shit, okay? Yeah. It's like I did drugs my whole life because what happened, I am retarded, but I was also retarded too.
He's spaghetti-mouthed. He admitted in this episode alone he didn't know how to eat spaghetti, talk, and he fucked other guys at TPUSA. You're not going to convince me that some camera guy, you didn't sit there and tell him in your I love to let them know way, my goonery ways, about the stuff you used to get up to as a youth pastor. You probably thought it would be a turn on for him. By the way, Elijah is live right now. Here's the live one. Let's just check in with him real quick.
Figures out to kind of like disenfranchise and dismantle conservatives that are against Israeli operations. Then they threaten to kill James. And James, like, why would you kill James, you know? And they try to kill Nick. And, you know, I'm getting a lot of death threats myself. And, you know, people are posting my address and satellite pictures. And, you know, you get to a point where you're like, you know, like, I don't know if someone's going to kill me, you know, for whatever reason. I'm not even that important. But for Nick, I get nervous. And so I think I'm getting to a point now where I'm just going to be a little more protective of my friends and a little more outspoken and say like, hey, look, you're all my friends that are.
We're going to do a raid. I'm going to post this link in chat. We're going to give Elijah the biggest audience he's had since he's gone live. And
even clarifying to people like,
here's what I want you to do. I want you to go in there and say, Misfit Army's here. You're getting butt mogged. Then punctuate that by saying ring, 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 ring in all caps. Okay? We're butt mogging. Butt mog him in chat. I'm going to throw this on live chat.
He told us we didn't have to sign them if we don't want to.
Let's get butt mogging in chat. Misfit Army, butt mogging, ring, ring. Misfit Army, butt mogging, ring, ring. We've got H2BH. We are coming for you, Elijah. Is Elijah hosting the Hunger Games? I made the same joke yesterday. Thank you very much.
Of the people that I love.
Thank you.
Because I think that when you misrepresent people, it's damaging.
We are all under threat.
And when I see this guy,
Misfit Army is here. Ring, ring, butt mogged. Misfit Army is here. Get butt mogged, loser. We're also going to throw it over to Rumble.
Our private conversations, but it's like they already tried to kill him.
Let's get some Rumble action going here as well.
All right, somebody opened fire today on J.D. Vance's motorcade after somebody just tried to rush the correspondence dinner. All right, we're heading into like a very dangerous and violent
here's the Rumble
season of
link.
Life.
Get butt mogged.
Right now, I need to make sure that the people that are in Nick's
oh my gosh, the chat is taking all. You see that? This is the fastest his chat's ever moved.
I gotta be a better friend.
Georgie's got to be sitting there freaking out right now.
Say, like,
go make sure you go to the Rumble too. We want the Rumble moving. The Rumble's not moving.
I have never once.
There ain't no. Okay, here we go. Ring, ring. Misfit Army is here with your butt mogging
associated with him.
Ring, ring. Look
without even just like running it by him as my friend.
Let's see if he starts getting distracted.
And I wait for a fucking response, you know? And I bring this up, and people say, why are you talking so much about this? I'm saying, dude, because, hey, the neocons have taken every institution.
He's going to cry, get butt mogged.
Maybe other than like
cool
James
hair,
O'Keefe,
Ellen.
but James is not like an Israel controversy political guy.
I did say yesterday or the day before,
corruption guy.
he looks like he's from
There's
the
only one
Hunger
guy
Games.
I know right now who's weathered every kind of attack,
Gay
who's
hands.
been called every name under the sun.
Behold the
they've even
butt
tried to
mogging. I know
assassinate,
most of you don't have
and he
Rumble accounts.
survived.
It's probably an
And just like those
impossible
Indians on the
ask, but
street, I don't like
please
when
do
people
it
like
on
Joe
Rumble
Vega
too. They don't really look
and
at
fat
YouTube
chuds
as
on
much.
CNN come out and they're like,
Okay,
"This is
new
what
tactic.
It is.
New
Be a
tactic,
fucking
everybody.
Aryan king, you know,
An Aryan king.
I'm going to
He checked himself in the monitor when he said that. Look,
TRT, you know, I'm back in the gym.
he's back on TRT because he's trans. All right, so
Things that I've decided that are not like
new tactic, guys. Chat. Shout outs to Georgie. Say Pod Awful Cult's got your back, Georgie. Pod Awful's here for Georgie. Georgie is welcome in Pod Awful. The Georgie boys are here. Pod Awful loves Georgie. All right, we got some G's in chat.
And I disagree with him on that. I think peptides are
Misfit
based.
Patriot is 40 minutes away.
Also,
Pod Awful Cult stands
gotta
Georgie. Misfit Army, ring, get butt mogged.
I'm really
we are
scared for the state of
watching
this country.
butt mogged wrecked.
And how
Oh,
broken
they're
it is.
getting banned on
and how backwards
Rumble.
the
All the
immigration-
Rumble
I
ones
don't
are
even
banned.
recognize Texas.
Pod Awful Cult stands Georgie.
I don't even
These are
recognize
nice
what's
comments
going
about
on.
Georgie, and you're getting deleted.
And I don't
Aquatism,
like it
you were
when I watch
just.
people like Vivek.
Lenny was just banned.
Tell me,
vaporized.
Yeah, all the okay, so they're only looking at Rumble, really.
You're like, you come from a poop nation, dude.
I was
And you
muted
worship
from the last
demons.
time I commented
Like you
on
worship
there.
you worship a demon.
Pod Awful has your back, Georgie.
Shout out to the Indians. The
That one's still there.
funniest
Gay
people I've ever
hand
seen from Indians.
pedo
They
bitch.
rarely are funny because they are incapable
Well.
of comedy. They're like,
Okay, you're gonna be gone
feel
now.
bad.
The
It's like,
first
it makes it funny
one,
watching
but
Indians die.
Ring,
I'm so
ring,
sorry.
it's the
I'm not-
Misfit
I'd be
Army,
really bad to
get
say.
butt mobbed.
I don't like the fact that I don't like death videos. I don't like the
The
Indian videos dying, and I don't know why they're all over my
Misfit
page. But like, it is crazy.
Calling
that, like,
your audience the
Indians
whatever
are
army is so fucking cringe and funny. That's so awesome.
I miss faggot.army.
Oh, yeah. I let that one I've let a lot of my funny URLs lapse recently, unfortunately. I don't have nsfwomen.com anymore. What else I let go? Oh, I let go zuckhunt.fun.
People think that
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, nobody even says Zucked anymore. Who's on
It's
Facebook?
not America First show. Like we're not associated
Georgie
with them at all.
Butt
We
Mogs
still are
LG.
gonna need to hunt
I'm
him.
trying to disassociate myself
That's true.
with them.
One day.
It's just because
Georgie
my
can't
opinions on the show are my
breathe.
fucking opinions.
Georgie, pudding and pie. We Georgie boys.
You know, quite frankly,
Pod Awful 1. Hail Georgie.
political
Hail Georgie. Heil Georgie. Maybe what if Georgie isn't on this episode somehow? Wouldn't that be funny?
I will say this. I don't know what he thinks.
W
I'm muted.
Georgie.
I
Oh,
can't
there
talk
he is.
at all.
No, he's on. He's on.
Did he
Look.
do a show on this? What? Did Nick do a show on this?
Oh, he wasn't listening.
He did mention.
Did you hear that? He's like, what?
Friday's episode. We have a
Georgie? What?
He's not listening.
Yeah, let me play
He's
the- play the rest of
completely
the video.
distracted right now by chat.
Did comment on this.
Shout outs, Georgie. We love you, Georgie.
And they asked him if he has anything to do with this. He says no.
me
Just
see.
check this out.
Crazy.
The White
All right.
Rican sent $20.
They're
America
watching.
First United is not America.
They're watching Nick Fuentes. I don't care about that. Misfit Army here for the butt mogging, ring, gay hands. Okay, so here's what I want. Let's you know what? I love that our instinct is always funny. Our instinct is to save world comedy. And as a result, I love that we always try to give the credit to something funny rather than just say, Pod Awful's here. You know? It's we do this all the time with the Misfit Patriot thing, but all the time with everybody we ever raid, we tell them it's somebody else. How many times have we said we're here from Nightwave Radio? It's the Merch Boys. We're here. It's the Bad Luck Boys. We're here for you. But that's kind of suicidal in a time like this, in a world like this. We need to be polluting the net in honor of dear God. So let's get some let's take credit. I think it's time for Pod Awful to take credit. I think it's time for Elijah to know about Pod Awful, to make Pod Awful a problem for Elijah. I want to be Elijah's biggest thorn in his side. I think Milo's done.
Like, I don't think you understand, because we haven't gone to court yet. We haven't gone to court. I want to say this about Nick, and I made a tweet about this.
PODAWFUL
we'll go back to Joe
is
Vega.
now in charge.
It's like
of the slightly offensive stream.
If you're a chud,
but also we are
and you
friends
just
of
like
Georgie,
this guy because
him.
you want to be a fan of him, I don't care. I'm not here to control who the fuck likes who and who like. Do you see how he talks about you guys when you're retarded and you're in his super chats? Have you noticed?
There are
This-
actually
this guy
shills here trying to
doesn't
make
like losers?
evidence.
Have you noticed that?
PODAWFUL is watching
That he
and
doesn't want
PODAWFUL is
losers
in
in his
charge.
movement representing him. You ever seen that? Those are the funniest clips I've ever seen. Someone be like, send $5,000. Nick, I love you so much. Can we please go to dinner? He'd be like,
Jesse
no.
will personally
Why do I want to go to dinner with you?
He doesn't know who
Give me
Jesse
dinner. I don't want to go.
is.
Like,
Yes,
that's he didn't say that, but just
PODAWFUL.
like, it's like, yeah, he's telling you the truth.
Jesse.
Don't fucking try to buy my friendship. I already know too many people. And, you know, I don't really talk to him all the
How
time
about this?
or a lot.
How about PODAWFUL is
you know,
calling?
Nick knows the level of
and
extent
while you guys
this-
do
this-
that.
which we believe is an FBI operation.
Oh, yeah?
The extent that they went to
While you guys say
to dismantle
PODAWFUL is
Rift.
Like,
Like,
I
it is criminal. Okay,
shall
criminal
make
things were
it
done,
true.
including tortious interference.
Now let's see
at a
if he
criminal level.
really did.
But like, just like when Nick
block
got his
my
$500,000 removed from the government,
I
guys,
think I'm muted in chat.
they
Might
went
be.
after my bank
Both
accounts and
places.
everything. Okay,
Might be.
like they
Yep.
went to the level.
By the way, this
of-
is one of the
of
images
getting
that I
my
sent
investors,
to
of
Elijah while he
blackmailing
was
my
live.
investors, threatening them.
Matrix
Okay? These are
Elijah
like
holding
non-political
up
people
a
who were not
rainbow
even publicly
flag.
associated with the company. And you know what?
We also sent pictures of his wife.
Yeah, I said
with
that earlier.
Oh, sorry.
That's cool, Fetch. Just watch the show and you would know that. All right, and let's give him a call. Here we go. Let's see. Is it going to ring? I'm guessing no. I'm guessing he did block it. Okay, so that went straight to voicemail. So I think that does mean blocked.
Like I was laughing. One of I'm not gonna say who, but
PODAWFUL is calling. Pick up
ex's
your
lawyer
phone.
Was like
PODAWFUL is calling. Pick up your phone.
He says like he's had the FBI after him. I'm like, show her an article where it's like Elijah Schaffer under investigation for espionage and wiretapping by the FBI. And she's like, oh well, why is he saying you're crazy? And I was like, because this is part of the campaign.
All right, let's try another phone number here. See if we can call from this one. Go ahead and give him a little ring-a-ling ding-dong. We'll leave a message just in case this time. Hello, Neo. Yeah. PODAWFUL is calling. All right, and we'll do one more. I think I've got... Do I have one more? Maybe not. No, I can't do it on that one. All right. We'll see what happens. You know what? Let me call one more time on the first number, just in case it's not actually blocked. PODAWFUL is calling. You have two choices, Elijah. You take the red pill, and you get butt-mogged by me. Never mind. Okay.
Well, your account's already drained because you're spending $100,000 on
I was
fucking legal
picturing
fees to fight the FBI
Morpheus
director's
butt
girlfriend on a
mogging,
bogus
and I
welfare
couldn't
suit.
stop myself from laughing. Just
You
him
know?
with a big old butt.
And
PODAWFUL just bought you and way overpaid. H2BH, they say in a super chat to him.
You know,
we're getting him more super chats than I've gotten for this episode. By the way,
it could have.
I don't know. I don't think they read super chats, but we'll see.
And I call him, being
Take
like,
the
dude,
call. Who the fuck is PODAWFUL? That's what we want.
They're trying to force me to a mental asylum.
Well, you're about to
and
find
make me
out.
I'm a drug addict for drugs that I don't
Hi,
do.
Elijah.
They took my kids from me. They took my car. They took my guns.
Start telling Georgie and most people I think are getting banned now.
They took everything. My purpose.
But start
They took my
saying
own, They
Georgie.
took my fucking studio from me.
YouTube search PODAWFUL. He's live.
Look, I had to emergency ship.
Tell
the
him to find me
equipment
on
Texas just
YouTube.
to
We're
keep
live.
it from being taken from me. And I'm like, I'm not giving you your equipment back. I'm like, I'm keeping this. It's like,
Take the moon pill and find out the
But it actually belongs
podatrix.
to Georgie, actually. So I'm clarifying. He took it. He took it.
True.
So I don't own anything.
Oh man,
I
a
actually
lot
don't
of you
own
guys
anything.
got
That's
banned.
a true statement. I will
Because
explain that
it's
later.
now
I don't
slowing
own
down
anything. In
again.
fact, I'm living in Georgie's house, which is cool. So thanks, Georgie. I just want to put that on the record
Yeah,
here.
bro, I got you.
Just want to put that on the record. Anything that seems like it was owned by me is owned by Georgie. So that's great.
Do we want to loop back to the Vega clip?
No. Yeah, but I'm saying this. Listen.
Put a Georgie on the phone.
Listen.
I wish I knew Georgie's number. I talk to him all day, every day.
Guy
with my
comes
feet
out
kicked up behind me in the air, my little sock
and he just
feet.
tells me the truth. Dude, we're not gonna let them take you out. Because if they take you out, then he sees it as a movement, and
I'd be
he
twirling
got my
the
back.
telephone
and he aligned
cord
with me
around.
publicly, and he told people, "Don't fucking go after this
Okay,
guy."
I think
know what's going on,
everybody got
basically.
banned except one
Maybe
guy
he made some
because
mistakes in his life.
the
It's not
chat
the way
just
it's being said
died.
and whatever. And he put his reputation on the line to literally defend
Tell
me
Georgie
when it was
to
when the
search
lies,
Pod
when there were
Awful
so
on
many lies
YouTube if
coming
you're
out.
not banned.
It actually could have hurt his reputation getting my back. You know, it could have damaged him and made him look unreasonable and also kind of like a hypocrite for getting my back. And I know that, and I don't take that lightly. And he didn't just like defend me. He came out, and you know what? Even then, guys, I'm telling you this, even then, I didn't come out and say, "Yeah, well, now I work for Nick and I speak for Nick." And
That's
I can tell
the
you
wrong
this:
one. The original guy who said he's watching, not the new guy.
you know, I haven't asked Nick back on. I'm not trying to cash in on that. I understand.
Really?
Okay. He did.
He literally said on a previous episode that he was trying to get Nick on, that Nick would be on soon. Now he hasn't asked him.
What's good? And you know what? I'm at the point now where I think if he didn't do that, I don't think people would have known that the lies were lies.
The Jews
because
would not be stealing your kids from you.
Telling people it's not
okay,
true,
why are we sending super chats to Elijah instead of Jesse?
I'm telling you, there was a real controlled, and I'm only bringing that story up because people don't realize that it was about destroying Rift. It was the business. There's a real concerted war right now to fucking destroy everything that we've been trying to build since 2016. And this is why I bring this up. Even though these people are my friends, I think they're hurt. I think they hurt.
Guys, he's looking at I know he's looking at the YouTube chat because he's deleting you guys. You better let him know to check YouTube for Pod Awful before all your accounts are gone.
But guess what, guys? Who's the one who bugged my house?
Nobody's really saying it.
It was my brother-in-law. Who betrayed Jesus? It was his own disciple, his own apostle.
He's comparing himself to Jesus.
Obviously, we don't think Jesus really was an apostle. He's never with us, right? He was the son of Beelzebub. But really, he got cut off. But I want to say this. You often get destroyed.
There we go. Georgie tuned into Pod Awful on YouTube.
And it's usually the people who claim,
"Hi, Georgie. We love you, Georgie. You're my boy."
Gross, but you know what? I talked to Nick about this.
Georgie.
It's so sick. I'm getting my brother-in-law. These people tell me, "Go lie and say you're an addict and do all this stuff."
Pod Awful supports you, Georgie.
And you know when people do things to hurt you, they usually claim that they're doing it to help you, right?
Georgie,
and I'm not saying that's what happened here. But I'm saying we gotta have to start policing our movement better.
Is watching you
because
it's the other guy who stole it that just does watching.
But
thank you.
The news doesn't really interest me right now. We'll mention a couple news stories after we get through this stuff. There's a few big things that are kind of raveling tonight that we'll touch on at the end. But listen to this.
Problems with the people that founded this country. But my question is, do you have a problem with what this sentence says? Because if you look around America today.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna drop out of this so that we can wrap up here. That was good though. That was good. They're definitely aware now. They're definitely going to see it. There's no way Georgie's not looking that up. Thank you, the Burnside encounter, for the super chats. Okay. All right, so he talked about being a pedo. He spent about, I'd say, 20 minutes of this episode talking about how he's a pedophile and the proof for it. Anyway, here is the message to his kids.
Sized.
Yeah, I will say this to my kids. I just want to say this to my children in the future. Dad loves you. I've always loved you.
YouTube's doing the thing again. He's doing the thing again.
Your mother a very, very simple way out with a mediator.
I knew it wasn't that episode. I fucking knew it.
And I decided that I wanted to make your lives as easy as possible. Though we have a broken home, I don't want you guys to have a broken life, and I want to make things as peaceful. And to this day, I'll say this: despite all these evils that have been enacted by people that I, quite frankly, think have acted illegally, and I think will be held accountable.
Quite frankly,
I'm going to say this: I want what's best for you guys, and I love your mother, and will never speak poorly of her. And I believe, genuinely speaking, that the best path forward for all of us is to try to forget the season of life in the long run. I know you're young now. You're only like 1.5 and 3 years old.
Okay.
I know that your mother didn't let me talk to you on your birthday, didn't let you talk to me on my birthday. It's very, very dark, and it's, you know, it's a dark season, but you know, sometimes darkness happens. Sometimes we make mistakes, but we all.
This goes on and on and on. By the way, there's like still a lot of show left here. Let's skip to my favorite part of his message to his kids. The part where he claims that they will save us all.
Sometimes people make mistakes, but ultimately, your mom and your dad, they love you very much. And our disagreements should not get in the way of the fact that you guys are going to be the greatest two men that this country ever had, and you will probably save the country. So we'll leave it at that. And
what?
I don't even know if they can eat spaghetti yet.
They're 3. They're 3 years old at the oldest, he said. One of them had a birthday, I guess, so maybe he's a little closer to saving the country. Yeah, you'll probably be the 2 greatest guys that ever existed in the history of the fucking Earth, and the galaxy can't continue without you. So anyway, we're just going to wrap up the show there, I guess. I suppose, unless we had more gooner material. Is there more gooner material? Should we talk more about me being, you know, a youth pastor, or are we... Yeah, my boys are probably just going to, I guess, save the Earth. I don't know. Supermen, really ubermentions of their time, Aryan Chads, that will finally eradicate the brown menace. No offense, BLEAU. But anyway, so that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much.
Never let marriage or your problems get in the way of parenting your kids. You never should. It's very sad, and I grieve. You know,
I gotta hear it again.
Get in the way of the fact your mom and your dad, they love you very much, and our disagreements should not get in the way of the fact that you guys are going to be the greatest two men that this country ever had, and you will probably save the country. So we'll leave.
Okay. I paused it and he kept moving, so that's not good. Something's happening. That's weird. I don't know. YouTube's acting up. That was creepy. Okay, they're probably the greatest 2 men that the country will ever have in the history of ever. What is this? Oh, boy. That's just there. Can't explain that one to you. This is just here. It's just part of the screen now. I tell you, folks, I tell you, sometimes you just don't know. What do I even do about something like that? I don't know. Okay, well, do we check back in with him live real quick? Let's hear what he's saying live.
Yeah, you need to atone for the past of colonialism and the Holocaust.
That's our boy
America
Georgie.
First Conference.
Millions more.
Okay, they're still talking about that dumb video. All right, let's go to our final one here for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been, what a wild ride. Does everybody get the Elijah stuff now? We're liking the Elijah. I think everybody's having a good time.
Crazy.
It's nuts, right? You just heard him say the craziest fucking thing of all time to sign a podcast off with. So I hope that's making sense. Okay, so let's go to this one's called Elmo Hell No. My wife.
Thanks, Habibi.
Wait a minute. What's Habibi?
Oh, it's an Arabic word for a special friend.
Really? Well, happy Arab American Heritage Month, Habibi.
Dude, do you want to hear something crazy?
Okay, let's hear. So they've got a little clip here going of Elmo, my good friend Elmo, meeting my other good friend, Rami Youssef. Okay, Rami Youssef, he's an Arab American comedian.
So I had it at the height of, this is during Blaze TV times, I had so many parties. By the way, I want to clarify this for court records.
Oh my God.
With the sponsor,
happy to be here, Cowboy Chris. Thank you so much.
Sponsorship of my ex-wife, we had so many parties that she threw at our house in LA.
Okay, this is unwatchable, and I refuse. I can't, and I refuse. And whatever's happening there, where this is just burned into the screen now, I would like that to end as well. I don't know there's buttons. It's like there's buttons there for me to get rid of it, but they do nothing. The buttons, they do nothing. This is too much, and I don't know how to fix. Okay, I've got... Let's try this. Let's try this. I got one more little move I can try here to maybe do something. We're just going to try it on a different screen and see if that works. Because I can't even pay attention to what he's saying when it's like that.
Of my ex-wife, we had so many parties that she threw at our house in LA while I was
still
at Blaze.
Shit.
That
it's still shit. I don't know if that's my computer, if that's YouTube, if it's some combination thereof going on, but that is too annoying. Maybe I really want to show you guys all these clips here. I've got a bunch of them here for this episode. It's another little episode here. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more show after this. Be right back.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
Yeah, all right. Just had to stop that one early. Sorry. I'm just trying to make this fucking screen work, but it really does not wanna. So, and I feel like that's somehow tied into this YouTube issue as well. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's a browser sort of scenario, huh, folks? But I cannot fucking fix this, and it is destroying my mind. Apologies. Join the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza, so that I can have the money to fix these sorts of problems. PodAwful.pizza, all our primo episodes, banned episodes from YouTube, extras, bonus content, a lot more. We will be doing, we just did a shaman episode, our recent episode, our primo episode was a shaman episode. We got another one coming up this week for you, another shaman one, Shaman Fight Club. You're going to want to see that one. We found out that Comedy Shaman is now making soap. PodAwful.pizza. All right, we're just going to have to rough it out here. Let's see what happens.
Habibi at the local liquor store bought a freezer just to store bottles of vodka for us to be able, a pull drawer, so that he could sell it to us on a weekly basis, like 20 bottles a week, to have for our parties on the weekends that we had in LA that were Blaze parties. I saw Josiah Moody, who's a good friend of the show.
See, I don't even remember why I was listening to this. Is it just, did he just say my wife or something? This is like my first fucking timestamp, and I've got no clue what it's about because all I'm doing is paying attention to the quality of it.
Thanks, Habibi.
What did I miss? Was anyone listening to any of that? Because I wasn't.
This is during Blaze TV times. I had so many parties. By the way, I want to clarify this for court records. With the sponsorship of,
okay. I guess the point here is this is what his show is normally like. We're in the middle of watching Elmo, and now he's got to clarify something for the courts, I think is the point here.
My ex-wife.
Wife.
So many parties that she threw at our house in LA while I was at Blaze that Habibi at the local liquor store bought a freezer just to store bottles of vodka for us.
Okay, so he's trying to make his wife seem like she's the alcoholic here. That's
go to my screen here.
What's going on? All right, let's see what's happening next here. What do we got, Elijah?
I'm going to show you this from you, not from me. Okay.
Okay.
You know who this is.
So he wants Georgie. It's a private thing for Georgie to look at. They're not going to throw this on screen.
Do you know who Eva Lovia is? Don't put it on or we're going to get banned.
Okay, I'm putting
Do you
it
know
on.
who Eva Lovia? No, don't.
Okay, it's coming on.
Do you know who Eva Lovia is? She's one of the most famous.
I actually don't.
Well, she's a friend of mine. She's one of the most famous. She's one of the most highly decorated AVN. She's Jewish.
She went for the good plastic surgeon.
Yeah. Well, you can see her getting double teamed by black guys. I do like her.
What? Elijah's gooning again. He needs you to know she's Jewish. She's getting double teamed by black guys. She's a good friend. She's one of the most highly decorated, and that means something else at the AVN Awards. Okay, Elijah. So he's going full on gooner mode yet again. Okay. I have here, I don't even know anymore. He claims he conquered Naples. I don't even know anymore. He claims he conquered Naples.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm conquering the world, bitch. I'm conquering the world.
God forbid.
God forbid a nigga conquer the world and then I'm not home enough. Oh, I'm sorry. I conquered literally Naples, Italy today, bitch. What did you do? Well, I complained to myself and I cried. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry I wasn't there for that. By the way, the kid that I birthed that you paid for, I had to do the bare minimum with him.
So Elijah pictures himself to be the one giving birth when it comes to his wife. So he's having an argument with his wife about, oh, she's got some sort of dumb woman problems. Meanwhile, him and his kids are out here saving the nation, conquering Naples, giving birth.
Well, I'm so sorry. I mean, anyways, suck my dick. But that's the problem. That's the problem with women today. Is like they're like I had to be a stay-at-home wife today. When you're a single guy, you're a stay-at-home wife and you're the man of your own life, and it's not that hard to do your own dishes.
Okay. These are the breakdowns you have to look forward to while watching Elijah Schaffer. Here's one. This sounds very familiar. Okay. Did I accidentally put the same code in? This is called Elijah is a retard. Let's take a look. And go.
Homeschooled. I was considered heavily autistic gifted as a child, so I was homeschooled.
Oh, now it was gifted. It didn't sound like a gift when you had spaghetti falling out of your mouth.
I was not allowed to go to school because I was inaudible, uncommunicative.
They called it special education because
he wasn't allowed to go to school. Do you know how profoundly retarded you have to be to not be allowed to go to public school? The kinds of joyous buffoonery I've seen going on in a special ed class, the kinds of violent moronicy I've seen behind the scenes in some of these classes is straight up alarming. And he was so uncommunicative, his tongue hung so far out of his mouth. The spaghetti got so deep into everyone's grooves that he wasn't allowed inside the room with everyone else. That's how profoundly gifted he was. What a gift.
It was special.
So
that's the kind of gift only a mother can throw into an attic and never see again.
I was till sixth grade. I was homeschooled because I was retarded, and I could not.
He just keeps saying this.
Could not chew. I've mentioned this.
I couldn't chew. What does that even mean? Like your jaw was just stuck open. The tongue was in the way. There's no cure for that. If you're the type of retarded where they don't let you at school no more for it, you shouldn't be allowed out in polite society. You're supposed to be chained to a radiator permanently. They're supposed to find your skeleton after the fact. Your birth records were supposed to have been wiped away by your family.
Breathe while
scuttled.
And could not breathe while speaking. And you watch videos from me as a kid, and I would do this week. I know how to breathe in like home videos. I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe. I didn't know how to breathe while talking.
He couldn't breathe. He was too retarded to breathe. They had to teach him.
So that's a true. That's genuinely like, you know, we had retarded kids. In the 90s, we were retarded.
No, not we. Not we. You? Sure. Me? I was good. Okay. I was laughing at you and David Witt. Elijah is an NPC. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Aprogenic, or like I learn by images. So like I don't have an internal monologue and I just like read things and memorize it. So
Oh my God. I thought that was like, I forgot what I had typed down here. I didn't know that it was like legitimately he is just admitting out loud that he is an NPC.
I don't like
memory.
Yeah,
and
photographic
great
memory.
Spatial awareness.
Oh yeah, photographic memory. That's the same thing as not being able to rotate an apple inside your head.
As well, spatial awareness on your IQ, I think you'd score off the charts.
No, I think I might be mentally ill.
For sure.
The fucking Australian guy looks at him like, dude, come on, give me something to work with here, mate. Please stop saying these things. He in 2 seconds he's gonna look into the camera and be like, actually, that was my mental illness. I brought the mental illness here. I'm actually the mental retard. Yeah, everyone says I'm like a retarded bogan.
Jokingly. No, but like that's what's funny is like you have to. So
his boys will save America, though. That's right.
So Dino Orner taught me something very, very great about life. Like, I think I'm the opposite of Pete Hegseth.
Sure, in that you're female or
okay.
I'm gonna tell this is a Pete Hegseth,
like the Democrat version.
Yeah.
What are your tattoos better than his?
Yeah, but Pete Hegseth like quotes like Pulp Fiction and then
Did you say fliction? I forgot what this episode is. I was supposed to prime you for this. This episode is crazy. This episode was so bizarre. Like, he turned on a dime out of nowhere in the middle of this episode after seemingly being fine the whole time. All of a sudden, Elijah is drunk. He's pilled out. This is a pill stream. He's on several things. There's Xanax in there for sure, but it's out of nowhere. The whole first half, we're more than halfway into this, okay? We're 2 hours and 30 minutes in. The whole time I'm sitting there going, nothing's really happening. He's saying some silly things, but it's not that big of a deal. He's just calling himself retarded again. And then all of a sudden, it's off the rails, and Australian guy is not happy.
Like, I'm like,
how the fuck did he get that
smart?
wrong?
Pete Hegseth is actually retarded.
You actually have to make yourself retarded to be smart. Because like no one likes, you know, and by the way, you want to ask yourself this. What was Dr. Dean Ortner doing mentoring 7th graders?
Yeah.
What does this make sense? You know what he said? That's when he got into science. And he said that science
That's where I like to touch them.
He's talking about his mentor. Okay, there's an entire segment here. He goes on and on talking about the man who mentored him. There is no explanation at all for what he was mentored in. He simply makes it known that he was in fact mentored. And this guy is the guy he's talking about.
Best attributed. This is why I reach out to young guys.
What? Squeeze me? Come again?
And he said that science is best attributed. This is why I reach out to young guys. It's not to molest them, regardless of the media says.
So you hear the Australian guy? What the fuck? Please, Just stop saying these things. Do you know how hard Elijah makes the Australian guy's job?
I'm trying to molest young boys.
Blue,
the truth
stay
is,
away.
why I reach out to young men, not even young boys, just young men.
Oh, okay. Yeah, clear that one up. So you can kind of hear him slipping there. It's starting to sound bad. Here comes the turn. This is the moment where it's now fully off the rails. They desperately need, the clock is ticking, okay? They need to get Elijah out of here. Whatever means necessary. Look at his panicked eyes.
Scientists. Because they'll say things to me like, you know, like, for instance, like the, well, I don't want to go into it, but in terms of like expansionary theory, like even Cosmos, like, you know, expansionism in terms of the red earth or red star theory and moving on, you're like, you know, we have different interpretations. We come from different bases. And, you know, as I mentioned, for people that are new to the show, maybe it's your first time watching, it's like, you know, in the wedding of Cana, we have to admit that Jesus turned water into wine.
Yeah.
And it was the best wine.
What are we talking about? We went through 4 or 5 topics just then, and none of them stuck, and I don't know where we're going with any of this. Again, I can't be clear enough. He was fine at the beginning of this stream.
Which means it was...
And there was no break. There was no moment for him to go off camera and do anything. I will point out he does have a red Solo cup next to him. Originally, this was hidden under the desk. Then he just brings it out. So he's got some treats.
Aged like 15 to 20 years. So if God took grape juice, could age it into wine instantly, and if you carbon dated the wine or, you know, just end it there. So
what? Yeah, that seems like a good spot to just end on. Yeah, right about there. That's probably it.
If he carbon dated it, man.
Dude, carbonated beverage. You know, it could be a soda pop at that point. Anyway, coming in for a landing. All right, take it. Okay, so he's a little drinky. He's a little.
Yep.
He's a little. You would have there's a little something going on there.
You would have seen under scientific
the cup of mystery
theory that it was 20-year-old wine, but it was made instantaneously. And if you can't accept that God can change matter instantaneously, then you don't believe in God. You don't believe in God because God can change things. Just like you can solder a new chip onto a motherboard, you can put RAM into the motherboard. You know, whether it's a 4
He's thinking about ramming mothers right now. He can't stop with this gooning.
port, 2 port, or 1 port, doesn't matter. Some people it's going over their head, but it's like he said, a computer system is contained. It's got its programming.
Do you know, by the way, Lenny, the difference between ROM and RAM?
I can't ROM my dick in your ass.
I can't ROM my dick up a motherboard's ass. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
And one time someone told me, I asked him, I said, what is the program? The Orthodox might disagree with this, but I said, what is the program? If we're computer chips then, and God is the programmer, then what is the 1 and what is the 0? He goes, the 1 is the Lord's Prayer and the 0 is Psalms 23.
Uh-oh.
So the 1 is the Lord.
Okay. So that was not Elijah's phone. That was the producer's phone, the Australian guy. The Australian guy is now getting the call. We were calling before saying, hi, we're Jewish, we're from Israel, we're shutting you down. This is really them getting the shutdown notice now.
It's prayer, and the 0 is Psalm 23. Georgie?
And look,
He's revealing the Matrix.
Now he says Georgie because he's trying to get he's a little too out of step to make it happen in time. He saw what's going down. He's trying to get Georgie to switch the camera so that we don't see the Australian dude get up and go. So now we're just watching him awkwardly walk behind Elijah.
Psalm 23.
Squeeze past.
Georgie?
By the way, I wasn't mentioned before. I meant to mention this earlier. It should be noted that Gooner Elijah's logo and the background of some of his shots are both buttholes. His logo is a butthole. Don't know why he's so obsessed with it. In one of the first episodes, the entire background was just a big butthole. But anyway, here goes the Australian guy.
Wow.
Yeah,
you were
no-
really slow on that one.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
that-
Yeah, you were, Georgie. Come on.
That's actually fair. I'd say that's fair.
Now watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna throw it up on the full screen here for you. Check this out.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Fuck. So
Tripping
now
on the cords.
Now we see the Australian guy from both angles, and he gets his thong caught in a cord. You know, he's Australian. He's got to be wearing his thongs, and very possibly, you know, you could trip on one cord in here, and the entire production gets shut down forever.
Fuck. Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
He just wanders out of the room.
I don't know if I would simplify it that much.
I just asked that question. It was a simple answer.
Yeah,
And you can see in the background his shadow still. So he's right outside that door there. You can see his shadow right there.
One is the Lord's Prayer, and the 0 is Psalms 23. Like, just like, that's what it is. It's like,
He's on the phone with somebody right now telling him, you have to make this stop. This is getting really, really, really bad. And you absolutely need to get Elijah out of there right away. So while the Australian's away, Elijah can play. This one's called Elijah Makes Haitians About Himself.
People patrolling the streets at night on crack, like fucking doing jumping jacks and shit. Like, this is the Haitians and the Somalians. Why, like, in what world is this a good idea? And in what world is this for the interest?
He's zoned out. He's got no fucking clue what they're even talking. You can just see it. He's literally resting his face on the microphone, trying to stay locked in.
Of the American people. I don't see it.
because the white man will still go to work at night.
But like, how does this even benefit? Like, how
Because
does
the white man will go to work and pay his fucking taxes. He'll go to work. He'll have his 2 kids. He'll get divorced, have his shit taken. He'll go back to work, start a new business. He'll still run the fucking
FBI
machine.
will come
He'll
after
get
him.
shit treated.
Jews will come after him.
Milo Yiannopoulos will come after the white man.
But why do they care so much? Like, what is their prerogative here?
Because we can never be united with Haitians in our country.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, dude, fucking thank you. Georgie, shout out, bro. You did it. Bringing it back to the actual topic. The white man's going to molest some kids every once in a while. Okay, no big deal. If the white man will bleach his hair. He can bleach his hair if he wants to bleach his hair. There's no problem with what the white man's allowed to do. He pays the taxes.
Yeah, that's what they did.
They moved to the
White
Midwest.
man's brother-in-law bugged his home.
The white man's going to fuck Sarah Stock. It doesn't matter. Elijah keeps meeting gay guys. This is called Elijah keeps meeting gay guys.
Brandon Strzok, head of the walkway movement for he's gay. He's white. He's very gay. Very white. Very gay. I ran into him at CPAC.
Oh, okay. Very gay. He needs you to know how gay this guy is before he lets you know he ran into him. He ran into him over and over and over again, I have a feeling. Well, he didn't rom into him, I'll tell you that much.
And he was like, what the fuck is going on with our movie?
Okay, anyway, so he keeps running into gay guys. Was there more to that one? Is it just that kind of weird? Oh, yeah, there is a little bit more.
Man, I was like, yeah, I don't know, dude. And I had Lady Maga walk up to me.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it was gay guys, plural. So we've got a gay guy. We've got Lady Maga, the drag queen, of course. But there's an even more insane thing he's about to admit to here. And as you can see, this is full on pill stream, baby. Woo!
And say, these people are not with us. And I go, with us? What are you talking about? That's insane.
So Lady Maga can spot one. You know, the gaydar is on. Lady Maga pulled him out of the crowd. Don't worry, honey. We're the same, you and me.
Yeah.
Who's us? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't
Lady
know.
Maga?
I kind of believe Lady Maga.
His name is Ryan, by the way. It's like, what's up, chud nigga? How you doing?
So you know his real name. So you really got to know Lady Maga.
7-foot tall fucking Goliath ass fucking Ryan nigga. And he's like, they're not like us. I'm like, the fact that the two people I related the most to at CPAC was Brandon Strzok and Lady Maga was may want to slip my wrist. And I did try, and you stopped me.
Yeah. He's a cutter.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Okay, so
Kind of sounds like he might be a bender.
yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening in his life. All right, let's see. You got the call. We got a cutter.
Is the hair part of him bending? Are we seeing a classic goon starting to bend?
You weren't here for this part, but I gave my absolute 100% definite knowledge on the real reason he bleached his hair before. There's a lot of reasons. You, of course, said it was the drug test thing. I told the people about that. All of these things are true, but the real reason he did it is because he saw one single gray hair in the monitor while sitting there on the show one day. It went boing, and he was like, nope. And it was an absolute desperate meltdown. And yes, that is a trans phenomenon. I'm not going to lie. I considered bleaching my hair for this episode as a joke. I thought that would be really funny. Then I remembered, like, no, that's like a permanent, like, you can't go back on that, right? And
that's got to grow out.
It's got to grow out. I've never had any sort of other color in my hair or anything. That'd be really tough for me. That'd be super weird. My wife had the bleach stuff and everything. So I was like, that would be kind of funny if I did it. Should I do it? And then I had to talk myself down from that comedy ledge because, listen, and I've done a lot of very questionable things in the name of comedy before. Straight up trans things in the name of comedy before. I put on I made a helmet that turns you trans and gay and put it on in the name of comedy and tried to turn myself gay and trans on air. Luckily, my double masculine nature saved me. But I don't think I could handle another blow at this point. And speaking of blow, by the way, so we've got more blow, but we've also got Georgie. Georgie himself, is seeing how bad off Elijah is. So now he is trying to shut down the episode. Elijah has completely withdrawn at this point. The Australian guy is gone.
What do you say, Elijah? You want to sign off here? It's a good place to sign off.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I just really love Jews, and I'm mad they're not winning. I'm mad the Jews aren't alive. We got to have some more fun.
He's mad the Jews aren't alive.
And stuff in this content. I want to play some videos before we end here.
Look at fucking Georgie's face when Elijah says that.
Okay.
Okay.
We got to have some more fun stuff in this content. I want to play some videos before we end here.
Okay.
You can tell he's like, oh no.
Everyone's like, I want some more fun stuff than what he was doing. And it's like, yeah, me too, nigga. I don't like all the sad stuff. It makes me angry.
Overlord
Here you
says,
go.
on the left you get George Soros, on the right you get Bibi Netanyahu. True.
Look at this.
Okay, so now they go.
What must be done?
They go to some more content, and then we've got. Oh, okay. Yes. Blow. I said we got blow for you. Blow mysteriously comes in out of nowhere. Kind of saves the day a little bit. Ain't nothing going on in this show. Elijah is fucking out of it. And Blow just walks on set, which, by the way, is why I'm convinced these guys all live together. They have to be roommates because it's the same 4 or 5 guys just all walking in and out of the studio all the time. They're just always there. BLEAU comes in. They start getting into a pretty heated debate about Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy or whatever the other guys pretend to believe in. And, you know, for their type of audience, this is content. This is something finally taking place, happening. This is something to watch. And BLEAU says some stuff. You know, he's been pissing off Elijah lately. BLEAU makes Elijah wake up. Elijah comes to for a minute here.
No, they work together. That's your Orthodox nation.
Now, okay, all right, this is public. Okay, now I knew about this, but I didn't know what to say here. Salvo, ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show, and feel free to jump in on air with us here, Salvo. You know the Discord, podawful.com/cult. Salvopancakes in chat, a celebrity in my chat room. That's crazy. Wow. Thank you so much, man, for showing up here. That's really cool. Salvopancakes says in chat, they do all live together. Elijah offered Salvo a room in this house. I don't know how much you want to be saying these things in this chat, to be honest, Salvo, but we do have some salvaging of some previous bits that perhaps would, would make up if you jumped in here and had a little bit more to say, might make up for the last time with the Elijah stuff, because there is some stuff you could definitely say, you and I could both definitely say, that would make this a little bit more interesting. Actually, I want to know what led up to the moment of you getting asked to becoming one of the manservants of Elijah Schaffer, and how did you turn the opportunity down? How could you even say no to something like that? That's straight up psycho. Sub to the Salvo show. Did you ever do any more shows or anything? You had the big moment we talked about with Rabbi Shmuley, and then what have you done lately? Anything follow that up? What does Salvo do? He just goes on vacation. It's crazy. What is he up to? What is he? Does Salvo have a job or something? I don't understand how he lives. Anyway, Salvo, everybody.
What are you talking about?
The Soviet Union made innovations in abortion and abortion pills.
Oh, what is the brown guy saying to me?
Okay, so now it's on. Elijah calls BLEAU brown. Now that's one of the most evil slurs you could possibly say to a conservative guy who believes he's white.
Hello,
No.
dudes, and
Salvo says show's coming, and laugh emoji. Well, show's on right now. You had the Turkey Tom when I jumped on. You want to jump in here? Maybe give us some inside scoopery on the Elijah sitch? Or
how are you watching this? Listen.
All you scared to death Orthodox Protestants out there, just sit down, shut up, let the Catholics, at least these people are claiming to be Catholics.
Hey, Whiteys.
All the Protestants,
hey,
let's not
Whiteys
forget.
in Europe.
No,
Let
nothing.
The Browns
This
tell
is
you
the
how to
Jews.
live. The Browns and Sarah Stock have a message for you.
No.
And it is.
Whoa. Okay, he's fully active. He's mentioning Sarah Stock. He's fully activated.
Follow the Pope or be like me.
It has nothing to do with being brown. It has everything to do with being right and being united with the Holy Spirit.
Okay, Salvo says, okay, give me a sec. Well, make it a very short one because we've been on for a long time. And every single time I try to make the show shorter, it fails. So
Why are you so sensitive about the brown stuff, dude? It's a joke. Relax. It's a joke.
Yeah. Get him, Elijah. Get BLEAU.
Everyone
about the brown
cares
stuff.
that you're brown.
I'm sensitive about the
Relax. He's
truth of the
white.
Eucharist in communion with Rome as Christ intended it. That's what I'm sensitive about.
He's sensitive about the brown stuff. Again, he's so obsessed with his image. He's always looking at himself in the monitor. Great show. Could you get Jaden on to share Elijah lore? I would love that. I think Jaden would do that. Yeah, I would love that. If Jaden wants to do it, sure, 100%. Clip me saying this. Send it to Jaden. Jaden, come on the show. Let's talk Elijah. Let's become Elijah's #1 enemy together. We're going to start a new show. It's a me and Jaden show just about the Elijah Schaffer show. We just cover him all the time. He's our Dabbleverse now. We've got every character we need. BLEAU.
Is it the Orthodox
Look,
respect the
I
Catholic
think the
Church?
Catholics,
Catholics don't respect the Orthodox.
The Catholics and the
Church.
Orthodox need to give up the beef. Is my position.
No, it has nothing.
My opinion too.
It has
Need to
nothing to do with
reunite.
that.
I think
you're saying you're bringing up Nostra Aetate.
Okay.
Which,
Whoa. Okay. Well, salutations to you.
is a
Wait, what the fuck? My YouTube studio just fucking died. That was crazy. Am I live? Okay, yeah, I'm live. All right, sorry, that was weird. My whole setup just fucking I don't know what the fuck is going on.
single document that he's.
It must be the Jews. They're trying to prevent me from talking to Salvopancakes. The Jews and Elijah Schaffer's ex-wife are in cahoots.
Saying he left Christ Church because of a document. That's like if you left.
No, it is a fair thing.
So there's a Catholic explanation that kind of settles both your arguments. This it goes like this: I am brown.
What are the Orthodox doing to stop Israel? What are the Orthodox doing to protect the Holy Sepulchre?
Brown.
I don't know.
Sepulchre brown.
Russia declared Israel.
You have a Jewish religion. It's a spiritually Jewish religion that is separate from Rome. So Jewish versus brown.
When did Rome? Dude, the Pope doesn't even agree.
The Catholic Church was in debt to the Jewish bankers way more than the Orthodox Church.
You're talking about debt?
How did they build all their churches? It was debt by Jewish bankers.
That's incorrect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
it was.
We've got Salvo here. Let's get him on. Salvopancakes.
Hey, Jesse. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Salvo is here. How did you even end up on Elijah's radar and him asking you to be boyfriends and stuff? What was going on there?
Well, he followed me with the schmooly stuff.
Right, the rabbi schmooly.
The big schmooly thing.
Which, by the way,
and
congratulations.
Yeah.
On all of that.
Oh, thank you.
On all your success.
Thank you. And then I saw that I used to live in Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that he was out in Dallas in a place called Deep Ellum. He posted a selfie in Deep Ellum with a girl.
Oh.
And
really?
Yes, he did. And I replied to his tweet mentioning that him and I should go to Club Dallas. I wanted to see what I wanted to kind of gauge if he knew what that was.
Okay.
Club Dallas is a gay sauna in Dallas.
I just assumed, I didn't know, but the way you said it, I assumed, yeah.
Well, I replied, we were mutuals. We texted back and forth before this.
Okay.
But like nothing came to fruition, right? We talked about me going on to his show. I get it. He's extremely manic and all this stuff. But when I mentioned
what happened? You were supposed to go on. We waited all night long for you to get on his first show back, by the way. It was supposed to be his big opening show. Salvopancakes was supposed to be the guest. We sat there. I was watching it for like 6 hours.
Yeah, I was very excited. I was very excited for the opportunity, but nothing came to fruition.
Okay.
But when I mentioned Club Dallas, then the wheels started to really go in motion. He then texted my iMessage like within the hour and was like, "Are you in Dallas?" ? And I was like, "No, but I lived in Dallas for like a little bit, and I have some family out there." And then that's when he fucking told me that he has an apartment and he has spare rooms and he would love if I came and lived in a spare room and did the show with him.
You kind of buried the lead here because so the reason he asked you to live with him is because you asked him to go to a gay club with you.
Yes,
okay.
correct.
Just to be clear, so are you a gay guy or?
No, but let me tell you, it's like sometimes in Dallas, like Club Dallas pool is top notch. It is.
Oh, well,
it is top notch.
I remember when you lived in Dallas. I remember you would go around live streaming in the streets. You had made a black friend one time. I remember that.
Oh yeah, Frio TV. Shout out Frio TV.
You lived in a gayborhood.
Yeah, yes, I did. I didn't know it was the gayborhood until I moved in.
This is all sounding very sus. You've got a girlfriend. I know. You went to the fucking play where you saw Shmuley with her.
Yeah,
is
so
she
I'm
at
not
all?
gay.
Well, is she at all concerned about all of this kind of behavior? Or?
No, listen. The Club Dallas pool is beautiful. It's beautiful. And here's the thing about gay people. It's like they don't really go in the water. They're kind of like blacks in
like
that
cats.
way, for real.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're like cats. Exactly. So it's always empty.
The Dallas Buyers Club, they're asking you, is that the one you're talking about?
Club Dallas. Club Dallas.
Similar.
It's
very
right
similar.
over there in Deep Ellum.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, but as soon as I mentioned that, he was quick to invite me to live with him.
What did you say to that?
I told him that I will definitely hit him up when I'm in Dallas, which I will. I definitely will. Like if I'm ever in Dallas, I will hit him up. And I think it would be fun to like live with Elijah for a week.
I think you should.
For content.
I think you should do it now. I don't know why you're waiting. This whole I'm not
kidding. Should I go?
Listen,
can you fly me out? Can you fly me out?
I could think about it. Where you're going from? What? Pennsylvania somewhere?
Well, right now I'm on vacation,
right?
So I'm
of course.
in Florida.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, from
so,
all that. Listen, man, you needed a break from all that hard work.
Yeah, so like if you want to fly me out of Tampa into Dallas Fort Worth,
we could maybe arrange.
Cool.
Yeah, I could probably arrange it. I mean, as long as he's got you covered for a room, then yeah.
Yeah, like I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up like tomorrow.
Now I'm
going to
warn you. I'm going to warn you. It's one way. So
no coverage on the wear and tear either.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
And no insurance on the flight either. You got to make it.
Is he aware of you?
I think he is tonight.
Okay.
I think he's getting there. I think that might start happening. This might not seem too good with you on here doing this, but you weren't really watching the whole episode, so it's kind of different. But
like I can be friend of the show. I can be friend of the show, Jesse, and friend of Elijah pretty equally.
I agree. That's what I want Georgie to be. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've been watching the Elijah show, but we're Georgie heads over here. That's this guy.
Sure. Well, he's likable. He's very likable.
I like Georgie. I like BLEAU, but it's more of like a I love to hate him sort of vibe with him. But I'm
glad the Australian's gone, honestly.
Yeah. Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Salvo knows. Salvo's a smart guy. Yeah, we hate the Australian guy.
The Australian guy.
Worst dude on the whole show. But I think, and maybe you shouldn't say that, I think he's like the money man. I think he's the guy behind the scenes, behind the whole operation. He probably paid for that apartment that you're going to go live in.
I'm excited. Like, see, if Elijah's smart, he needs to realize, like, his political aspirations, it's in the toilet. Like, you got to, like, rig that apartment up with cameras.
Yeah.
And just live under like the fucking microscope 100% of the day.
It needs to be.
Why not? So you got like 4 guys living together. Just literally rig it up 24/7. Stream on Kick. You'll be way more successful, and that's what he cares about. He doesn't really care about politics, I don't think.
This is this is what I was saying. Salvo's a smart guy. Nobody wants to believe me when I say that. They all tell me, no, Jesse. Every single person I know tells me that you're stupid and bad and gay, and I say, nope. Salvo's a smart cookie. He's on the ball. He knows what it's about. Elijah needs to set up a Red Rooms, which he would love. inside his weird little guy apartment.
He would love the attention 24/7. It's like
100%.
that's something that he would thrive off of.
Yeah, and he doesn't.
Honestly.
It's not like he has to be there all day. He's got BLEAU. He's got Georgie. He's got Hermes. I don't know how many guys are living there, but he's got all sorts of little creatures and goblins in the nooks and crannies of that place. And then, yeah, you'll be there. And I do have to say,
And that's the meta nowadays, anyway. So
now he is going to proposition you. You will have to sleep with him at some point. Are you prepared to do that?
no, I don't think he would do that. Is he gay?
Well, he says he fucks teenage boys, and his wife also says that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think like this new chapter of him, I think it would be really beneficial. And I mean this. He's gonna listen to this. He's gonna think I'm coming off as like disingenuous. I'm not. Like I am looking out for Elijah when I say this. I think he should embrace who he is. And that sounds cheesy and corny and like safety trolling in a way, but no, I don't think so. Because he's not a straight man at all.
No, he's a sex guy.
Yeah.
And this is what I tried to warn you during the poo-poo test. I said, you don't want to be a sex guy because not only does it make you suddenly involved in pee-pee and poo-poo and all that kind of stuff, but eventually you start moving on to anything and everything. It's not about even what you're attracted to. It's just about holes at that point.
Yeah,
You become about holes. And so it's a guy,
really
it can be a kid, it can be anything. And I'll say this, Elijah, if you are watching, I think you should let Salvo stay with you, but don't bother coming on to him. Number one, straight as an arrow. He's got a girlfriend. Number two, I've seen his penis. Nothing to write home about. In fact,
It's so small.
It's so small. It looks like a little olive. It's not that good. So you really don't want it. But he's also, I think Elijah's probably a top. So maybe he's not really even interested in what you got going on in the front.
No, dude, that's the thing. Like these like sex guys, there's no, it's like they switch any which way.
That's true.
Any which way.
He would take anything.
Bottom.
Poop.
Yeah, like they'll do anything.
You could be feeding him your diarrhea burrito by next week. But that's the other thing is I want to say you need to get on taking him up on his offer because this whole situation could be gone in like a month. Like this will be a ghost town if you don't show up there.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna message him maybe now.
Yeah.
I'll message him.
Great idea. Maybe call him on the phone into Discord. Was that possible?
I'm on my phone right now. I'm on like my phone right now, and I really don't. I really don't want him to like think I'm setting him up for anything.
Yeah, but also, well, is he live? He's live right now, actually, on his show.
All right, I'm gonna hang up and call him.
Okay, Salvopancakes, everybody. Thank you so much.
Hey, Jesse, you're the man. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Let's hear what Elijah's saying live right now, actually.
Be able to produce evidence.
We're going to get his
like
ass
anything
turned
I
out.
actually did that's wrong against them, or that it's always just like the dossier, and he didn't read my scripts, and he was just a me.
Okay, so he's still complaining about some sort of slights against him or something. Okay, so let's finish this up here. I don't remember where we were at.
Through the purchase of indulgences, famously.
Let me explain to you Blue's position. Right? It was the
okay, he's making fun of BLEAU.
purchase of indulgences.
Look it up. LGBT has
Blue's complicated this.
Has the Catholic Church ever taken money
Blue's
from Jewish
complicated this.
bankers?
Here's what he means to say. I am brown.
Not true.
Brown. Pope Brown. Brown. The Holy Mosque is sacred.
This is a good
Pope
show.
said brown.
You know, I actually agree
The
with
Holy
that.
Mosque.
I agree
Look
with
at
what the
BLEAU.
Pope did, and this is where we'll agree. Actually, the
Every
Orthodox
time Elijah says he's brown, BLEAU's got to check himself.
community online.
Look. He's trying to make sure. Do I really look that brown? Am I? I'm tan. I'm more of a tan.
He's getting impressed. I like this.
I'm not pressed.
No, he's getting impressed.
The Orthodox community
I'm
online.
pressing him, and he's like,
I'm just
come
pressing
out
you
against
back.
the
fuck.
Pope.
He's so mad.
The Pope did some prayers in a mosque, and I actually kind of like it. I think
Georgie
it's a good
trying to
message.
intervene. So let's go to, you get that one. Let's go to, oh, this is crazy. Okay, so
What are we talking about?
They shut it down. Again, the producer got the call. Now it's time to shut it down.
We're talking about a Jew
Our
who
producer
you're
tells us
saying
to shut-
one
Yeah, we gotta,
document
wrap it
produced
up
by
here.
a Jewish
You hear that? Our producer's telling us we gotta wrap it up here.
man is entirety of Vatican II. That's just totally false. And the fact that you're saying that is the basis.
Hey, let's get Ben
for being
back
part
in.
of that
Ben,
church.
if you can hear me, come back on.
Go to a break real fast.
Ben's the Australian guy, I think.
Let me get Blue and Ben on for a second.
I don't think that anybody.
Okay.
I do agree with
So
you.
Elijah says go to a break real fast.
We're
That
continuing the
if
show.
you are
No.
an enemy
No.
of
They can't decide if they're continuing the show. This is all happening off camera while BLEAU was losing his mind about being called brown 2 seconds ago.
the Christian church, then you know.
Okay, we're going to take a brief pause, and then we're going
Look
to sign off the
grossly,
show
I'm red.
with Ben. All right, give us a few minutes here, folks. We'll be right back.
They're all getting up. They're all leaving. They go to a quick little break. And when they come back, first of all,
which one?
This is my favorite thing. This is so funny.
In Nostra Aetate, have you even read it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we're back to talking about this. La Cosa Nostra.
Okay, so that's
No, but the context of
I doubt Elijah's read it. That's the whole problem.
the context of the argument.
Okay. So I have been meticulously watching BLEAU, every little move he makes, every little thing he does, every time he checks himself in that monitor. And all I think about when he's on screen is what is he looking at? What is he thinking about? What is he doing? So when he goes off screen, those questions are heightened for me. I can't even stop thinking about it. Now watch this.
Wasn't like perfect. It's not.
So he goes off screen. So I zoned out during this part. And very naturally, my eyes were just drawn to BLEAU right here on the screen behind Georgie's head. This screen is incredible. The fact they have this behind him is so good because every time they cut to Georgie to try to hide what's going on the show, you get to see little nuggets of stuff. Watch carefully what happens when BLEAU stops talking.
Like there's anything what's blasphemous in that document?
So they cut back to him.
In what? Which one?
In Nostra Aetate. Have you even read it?
No, I haven't.
All right, now they're coming back. Now watch him in that little square there.
I haven't.
Okay, so that's
no, but the context of
all right, so he checks his hair, but now he's looking at the monitor and he can't see himself. He's seeing Georgie on the monitor.
Doubt Elijah's read it. That's the whole problem.
The context of the argument.
So now he knows he's off screen, and now he triple picks his nose.
I've read it. I find it disgusting.
Nose pick one,
but I don't find it
the
blasphemous.
context that set up
nose
this
pick two. You see it?
Argument is important because he's
And
saying that Vatican
nose pick
II was
three.
hijacked by this Jewish guy.
Oh, sorry, that was 4 nose picks. Nose pick 4, guys. We did a quadruple nose pick.
I forget his name. We had him up
and
earlier.
he's eating the boogers.
Who joined the priest.
Ladies and gentlemen, he ate the boogers. Can you believe that? I mean, you saw it, right?
Hijacked by this Jewish guy. I forget his name. We
Look at
had
that.
him up earlier.
Look at that.
Who
He's eating
joined the
boogers.
priesthood,
And there.
changed a bunch of shit.
That's when he stops.
in the Vatican.
So
That's why he's watching. He's watching for an opening.
he with the whole time has a feasting hunger for boogery, and he's just looking for his in. He's looking for his moment. Good Lord, he's double fisting boogers. And finally, our last moment here.
Joining us is, well, his name is Australian Talk, and he is a.
I can't hear you, Georgie.
Good. You can't hear me for real?
Okay.
So this is after that little break. Remember,
It's fine.
They've got BLEAU there. They've got Georgie. The Australian guy comes back.
If my mic's working, it's cool. I can hear you.
Can you
guys.
hear Ben? Or can you hear?
No.
No.
Don't worry about it.
So we'll just, if the mic's
No
working,
mics.
we're good to go.
Okay. Well, we are joined by
So now they can't figure out their headphones or mics.
Australian.
Because remember, the Australian guy tripped over the cord when he left the room earlier.
Talk Benjamin. Oh, wrong fucking god damn it.
My good friend. I love this guy.
There we go. Benjamin.
So we're
Hey!
The worst character on the show is now the host of the show. They literally got rid of Elijah. He does not come back for the rest of the fucking episode.
We're
Is
back.
the mic working? The mic's working?
Yeah, the mic's working.
And it becomes the biggest snooze fest of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is slightly offensive. And if you watch the Australian guy talk, you will be fully offended. What an incredible show. Let's check in one last time with live Elijah Schaffer. Remember, our friend Salvo is texting him to live with him right now. So let's see what's happening.
You don't mess with
there.
my children. And everyone that was involved in this sick shit, I don't forget. And that's not a threat or anything.
It's out of sync.
No one's
That's
in
when
danger.
they're
I don't
in.
forget. I just don't forget.
The entire stream is just out of sync right now.
Your hatred of me, connection and love and guidance and protection. Your hatred for me and your bitterness for me caused you to harm a child. And I'll never forget the people in my life that were willing to harm my children to try to get at me. And the people that tried to harm my children to ensure that I couldn't ever get to them, that facilitated their extraction movement, lawfare, everything.
Let's end it with a message to the children, Elijah.
Because you can't forget that, people claiming to try to
message to the kids. Come
would
on.
ever try to harm a child. It's unfathomable. And if there are legal routes to get justice for this action, I will take them. And because I am absolutely going to let you know, to everyone that tried, you failed. Okay, you failed. And my kids are going to have a dad in their life, and they have a dad back in their life now too. It already lost, and I already won. The war's not over. We're going to keep fighting it. And I'm just going to let you know, please, for the love of this country, for the love of yourself, take care of yourself. Have a great rest of the week, as always. And may God bless the United States of America.
God bless the United States of America. And while Elijah signs off, I want to say this to my kids who I know are watching right now. There's a lot of spaghetti out there that's never going to make it in your mouth. There's amounts of spaghetti that you wouldn't believe. Your mother's cooked more spaghetti for you than I even sometimes have the money for. There's not pizza funds enough on earth for the amount of spaghetti that gets wasted on the floor because of you guys. But know this. No matter what your whore bitch mother does, I want you boys to know that your daddy always has your back. When you get spaghetti in your hair, I've got your back. When you get spaghetti on your bib, I've got your back. When you put the spaghetti up your nose on purpose and say nose worms, I've got your back. And I know, daddy knows, that one day you will save Naples, Italy. For Pod Awful, I'm signing off. God bless America, dear God, of course. And until next time, have an awful day. Join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. Thanks, henchmen. Till next time. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye.
So anyway, I was jacking off to this, one of the biggest Jewish-nosed whores I could find on the internet. If you think Scarlett Hampton takes black cock, you've never seen anything like this before. She was riding this fucking big black oh my God, we're still fucking like, fuck!
We were in an asexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Did we get to that one thing?
You bitch.
I groaned, but my mic was muted still.